Well, things are just going along, aren't they? Because one thing we got to say right now, when they cold, we hot. When they cold, we hot. 1, 2, 3, hot boys. I do like that line. I know I'm going to get crazy with that all year long. Every time they do a hit, it takes some dude out. Hot boys. Fam. Interesting developments in the last 24 hours. Starting with, and as I go to the injury report, I normally tell you about people that are hurt and when they're coming back and things like that. Today, it's the 49ers announced they have signed defensive back Antoine Exum to a one-year deal. In order to make room on the roster, the team placed Contavious Street on the injured reserve list, which they could have done yesterday, right? So, things that make you go, Now, my guess is we probably figured this out yesterday. We figured they would, go ahead and put certain individuals strategically on the roster. Well, they didn't even fool around with Jerick McKinnon. They just put him right on the IR. But there's other guys, like Contavious Street, that you knew he wasn't going to play this year. I mean, it's going to take a while for him to, they're going to have to go back in that knee and see what's wrong. Sign Exum 4 year. Maybe they had that planned. That's the only guy. There's several guys. It could have been DeMontre Moore. But why did they take him? Maybe because the salary demand might have been more than they wanted to pay, because they also got to keep one of our other favorite guys I could talk to about in a minute. But because, yesterday was pointed out when, indeed, Russo came in and it says, because I wasn't aware of TJ McDonald, right? And then I went and checked him out this last night. Oh, yeah. He's got to be the target, right? No, he's not. And Exum goes both a free safety and safety. But T.J. McDonald would have been nice, though, right? And there's other things that you tie in with this mystery about the safeties. Because if this falls short, somebody's going to have to really, really, really be held accountable for this at the end of the season. We do not have enough safeties. And if they're done, now this is the part every year where, since we've had this regime, now John Lynch every week is going to be calling in a number of safeties. Watch and see. He'd done this year before when we didn't have enough linemen, defensive linemen. You saw defensive linemen coming in. Every week there was another defensive lineman. A lot of them were wearing Seahawks uniforms. They used to be Seahawks guys. And they do that. Now watch this year. Lynch is going to be going all season long. We're going to hear about a new safety coming into camp each and every week. Lining them up, and none of them worth the damn because it's too late now. Unless you're going to go ahead and get a blue chipper like T.J. McDonald. Stop it, John. Okay, I know, don't question him because they've done a lot of good things. But anyway, the headline today is 49ers practice squad team retains preseason standouts. Yes. The 49ers have signed some fan faves while placing players with a lot of upside in a position to be added to weaker NFL teams. And when I say that, I mean teams that aren't as strong as the 49ers in need of solid talent, right? Because let's face it, the 49ers this year have gotten ridiculous in some areas as far as talent goes. So, but hey, Jeremiah Valoaga. And he would have made the 49ers 53-man roster. And you know this, year before last, would you have picked up Cassius Marsh instead of Valoaga? See? This is what I mean. We could have been better last year had Jeremiah been available last season. But no, he wasn't. He came in this year, and we got way too much. Also, you look at Kevin Givens. And probably Kevin Givens got so much attention. I mean, even, and then you look at Jeff Wilson, right? Let me go ahead and get into this. The 49ers were not awarded any players off waivers this morning. Unfortunately, none of the players they released on Friday or Saturday were claimed either. They mean more to the 49ers than they do to anybody else because of all the efforts having been put into the Red&Gold training. So, of course, in truth, most of them are not really bad players. The 49ers have just improved to a level where not bad doesn't work anymore. Yeah, you need to be you need to be a bad dude now. You can come in and be good. You can be above average. You can be very good. Now the 49ers are looking for straight up fiends, you know? The good guys on the day were allowed to begin putting together their 10-man practice squad. The 49ers announced 9 of the additions, and according to NBC Sports Bay Area, reported the 10th and final player to the team's practice squad to be offensive tackle Ryan Pope. Now, for those who are always saying, trade this guy for an offensive guy, trade this guy for an offensive guy, trade this guy for an offensive guy, as I've always pointed out, please remember, nobody's going to give you a good offensive lineman. You're going to get a lot of what we already have. So no matter who you trade, unless you're just dumping a player, it's futile. You're grasping at straws. Good offensive linemen are at a small volume in the NFL. There's not enough to go around. So that's why a lot of teams have awful offensive lines. We've been watching, and I understand the Hawks, their emphasis is on the run game and their defense. Okay, I get that. But there's other teams that would like to have offensive linemen. Arizona would probably like to have some offensive linemen. They don't have any. Lots of teams don't have any. They have people out there trying to play the offensive line. That's all. So if you think you're going to make a trade by any player we got, unless it's like somebody like DeForest Buckner, somebody that's going to give you a straight-up trade to the Colts for maybe last year's premier offensive guard, okay, now you're talking. But otherwise, throwing garbage out there, well, not throwing garbage, but throwing lackluster players off our roster out there, hoping you're going to get back an offensive guard, that's science fiction. It'll never happen. All right? So I just want to make that clear. Because I keep running into people on social media. Trade blah, blah, blah for an offensive lineman. For what? He's not going to be able to play any better than you and I. So anyway, the 49ers did make an attempt, though. Offensive tackle Ryan Pope, he is from the Detroit Lions, waived yesterday, according to a league source. Pope was a highly coveted undrafted rookie from San Diego State. Does anybody remember anything about him? If you watch college football, get in here and talk to us about that tonight. Pope measures, he's 6'7", 315 pounds, highly athletic. Bingo! That's it right there. 6'7", big. And Kyle's always said, I don't go after small offensive linemen intentionally, but they're the only guys who can carry out my agenda. My thing is to get those guys out there in space. They've got to crack guys before they come downfield to get us. I'm building a maze for my running backs to run through. So you give me that 390-pound guy that doesn't move, okay, but I need to run the ball. If all he's going to do is protect the passer, that's useless to me. So this guy, 315, 6'7", that means his weight is probably well distributed. Highly athletic, that already, I know Kyle went nuts as soon as he saw that. 49ers believe they can develop him to fit right in. I do like the Niners' PS this year, though. The 49ers brought back linebacker safety Demetrius Flanagan-Foles to the PS. Flanagan-Foles, as you know, finished the preseason in impressive fashion with that INT against the Chargers, and had everybody say, whoa. But, you know, Flanagan-Foles actually, is he the one? I think he's got some free safety in him. Nowadays, what you need to do, if you're a safety, be a big safety and build some size, and that way we can play both linebacker and free safety in the modern NFL. Kevin Givens, an undrafted rookie from Penn State, as I was mentioning a minute ago, is with us for now. But how long has to be the question. KG had a very impressive training camp and preseason. Even NFL Network favorite film breakdown dude, one of my guys, Brian Baldinger. He slow-moed him down and was marveling at his brute strength and speed, explosiveness, which is why I'm worried about him staying with us. People pay attention to what Baldinger's saying. You know, because a lot of these guys, they got past waivers because the fact is other teams are going back, got guys they thought they were developing and getting them where they want. But at some point, you know, a team's going to reach out and say, listen, you know what? Get that Baldinger guy. Let's put him on get Givens on our team. We're going to work on him, see if we can get him up straight. Because the kid, I mean, good Lord, anybody explodes out of the hole like the Incredible Hulk like he does and comes in with all that strength and power, we might be able to use him. And the 49ers could definitely use him. We've got two nose tackles named DJ Jones and Sheldon Day. But hey, I don't know. Next year there could be a competition. Let's see what this kid can learn. To just about everybody's surprise, though, Marcel Harris was among the 49er final cut. Some of us even had him challenging Kwaski T for a spot, right? We talked about that a lot. The 49ers keeping only 3 safeties was even a bigger shock. Kwaski T, J-Dub, T Moore, that's it on the initial 53-man roster. up until they made one more addition today, of which I just mentioned, in Antone Exum Jr. So, and then you got tight end Daniel Helm, of which I don't understand that, but another undrafted rookie from Duke is a player the 49ers held interest for that has the versatility to play tight. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. He's got lots of dimensions here. He can play tight end, he can play fullback, he can play special teams. He's pretty much everything you want a guy to do. And this is what's coveted on this roster. Wide receiver Malik Henry was brought back. Henry's a speedy, undrafted rookie from West Georgia. He caught 2 passes for 20 yards during the preseason contest. And Elijah Lee, right? Yeah. I always wonder what goes to a guy's. You've got an ego when you're a football player, especially if you've done good work. And Elijah Lee, I figured he was beaten now by Azeez Al-Shar. 49ers brought Lee back to the practice squad after he finished last season as a starter, who actually did a fair job in filling in for the full Reuben Foster. But you know what? This is the way it goes, though. You could do a fair job. You could do a good job. You could be a little above average. That don't work no more in San Francisco. See, the league does not know what's coming, fam. And even 49er fans who don't know what's coming, man, get ready, man, because this team is not about no more half-stepping. Well, you'll see what I mean in game 1. You can see during the preseason, you see how they were tackling? Did you see how everything they did seemed to be done with a certain amount of just... There was just this look about the 49ers that didn't look anything like what we've seen. Urgency was one of the things I noticed. You could see everybody wanted to execute as perfectly as they could, because apparently the coaches have instilled only, just like the special forces. Man, today we love your spirit. Of the thousands we have here trying out, remember this, only 1 in 100 will become a Green Beret. It's kind of, I think it's kind of like that, with the 49ers now. You can be good, but you have to possess a lot of qualities now to be a 49er. I know, Big Show, don't say anything about Kendrick Bourne, because boy. Anyway, they brought Lee back. He finished last season as a starter, who actually did a fair job in filling in for Foster. But the 49ers kept 5 linebackers on their 53. Quan, Fred, Fred Dub, because you know how I like my dubs. I got Fred Dub, Dr. Dre, Mark Ziacha, I don't know what to call him. Now, kabam! Al-Shar. Ever since that hit, this sort of lit up your screen. I mean, that special team shot was one of the best I've seen. It's a camera caught it perfect, too. Ah! Bam! Oh! What was that? It's Al-Shar! Oh, my God! So I haven't gotten over that yet. This is why I'm falling so in love with developments in San Francisco. Just good won't cut it, fam. That's the way it goes. You've got to either be legendary now, like Quan, or made out of stuff that will eventually write legend. Hot boys! Ho! Anyway, guard Ross Reynolds, that's 2 offensive linemen. An undrafted rookie from Iowa that led the nation last year in run blocking, which is exactly what Kyle Shanahan looks at as a prerequisite for his offensive linemen. And you know this, right? I was so delighted. I wanted to see him on the 53, but we got the JV. Jeremiah Valoaga, of whom many of us formed a man crush on. I was on the team. I said, God, this guy, man, he's awesome, man. Jeremiah was out there pulling, and he does well in the run game as well. I mean, the one where it looked like he was slipping down. I think he did lose his footing a little bit. The running back thought he was going to get on by. Valoaga reached back. No, I'm sorry, son. You ain't going nowhere today. Whoa! And drug him down with one hand with authority. I said, oh. Sign him up, coach. Sign him up. JV led the 49ers with 4.5 sacks during the preseason. He is a second-year player from UNLV. He appeared in 9 games last season with the Detroit Lions, of whom apparently don't know how to judge talent. And with the way edge rushers suffer, we could very well see Valoaga in action on game day. Hopefully everybody stays healthy. If you're going to bring Valoaga up, bring him up. If we lose any other defensive lineman, bring him up no matter what position we lost in. Keep him there for rotation, coach. Please. Just hope Pete Carroll stays out of our friggin' business. Because if he sees... Carroll needs help over there, man, off the edge. They're picking up Jadeveon Clowney. I think they got one other guy that's he's okay. But, man, I really worry. Finally, the 49ers signed Jeff Wilson Jr. as he somehow went unclaimed on waivers over the night. I was scared to death. Jerry Jones is going to pick him up myself. Hey, no, that's not far-fetched. I guess Jones, still in the heart of hearts, thinks Zeke may be making a Dallas return. I mean, Wilson is no Zeke, but second-year pro from North Texas was NFL's fourth leading rusher in the preseason with 178 rushing attempts. Hard running back that rarely, if ever, gets knocked backwards. Pain is his partner. You know, Rebs always saying pain and punishment. Well, this dude, pain and punishment is what he distributes. I mean, when dudes come through, this dude, he hands out a bag full of with runs and guys like Big Derrick Henry, who may actually be related to Big John Henry. I don't know. But, man, the man is a warrior, and I just hope if we do our annual run out of running back bodies to carry the rock, and we always seem to do that somewhere between week 12 to 16, we come down to our last couple of running backs. You notice that? This is going to become an event every year. Jeff could be put in play, and he ain't going to let up. He knows our offense. It's exactly what they should have done. Bring in Mrs. Wilson's baby boy should things go wrong. Fam! All right. Let's go and check you out. John Miller says, what's up now, fam? The time has come. It's game time. 14-2 or 15-1. Go Niners. Top 5 defense. Top 3 offense. Yes! Quentin Hunter says, Ronbo for announcer for 49ers home games. That new guy needs some glasses, Tim. No, not Tim. The guy we got from the Raiders, right? God, that's getting the players' names wrong. There goes Curtis Mayfield with an interception. I mean, Richard Sherman, pick 6. Can you see it? Start breaking out with Curtis Mayfield records. Anthony Baker, hey, Ronbo Sports, our friend from Memphis, Tennessee. Go Niners NFC, AB. And Ray Jr., what's up, Ronbo? Glad you're back on. Question, how do you feel about the roster? I feel generally good. I'm a little concerned, like everybody else, about our safety situation because they're good safeties, but Jimmy and Kwaski, they really do struggle with injuries. Hopefully the sports science team has promised somebody in the front office that they will be upright all season, apparently. I really don't know. But as I say, look for Lynch to be parading in safeties all year long. Every week we're going to read about another safety. Jay Anderson, what up, Ronbo? Niner for life from the 804. Perry E. Howard, what's happening, fam? What's up, Perry? Easy the third, Ronbo, brother. I'm so excited for Jeremiah Valoaga making their practice squad. 805 in the Niner squad. Let's go. Yes. Sounds like a TV show, too. 805 in the Niner squad. Papi Chulo says, I was hyped up about possibly getting TJ McDonald. Dude can't hit like his daddy, but still. It's in the DNA, though. Jerry Fresh, my man for Fresh Perspective. Click his name. Get right on over there and check out Fresh and get that fresh perspective on a daily basis. My buddy, my pal, my homeboy, Ronbo. Fresh was good, fam. Just uploading a fresh, just uploading a fresh perspective. There you go. Matt has a shout out from Bend, Oregon. Ronbo and Go Niners. Niner yell for me, buddy. Niners! Monster Gary, what's up? Go hard. What up with my fam bam, Big Don Ron, and all the Ronbo maniacs. Go hard. Always good to see you in the house, fam. And Gars also says, watch the Hawks soup up. I know, man. I tell you, they gonna get Joshua Garnett, fam. We could just rest assured for that by, well, whatever pecking order. It should be over by now. I'm surprised they probably, they're going to get him. They have to. They need help badly. Garnett, they wanted Garnett a couple of years ago when we got him, according to rumor. And Slick says, 7 p.m. all across the Niner Empire, San Francisco Central. Slick, it's time. Oh, God. I can't wait to see who Pete Carroll does pick up, though. Each and every year, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He can't help himself. Let me go to my phone and say, what's up, Rob?
Bravo.
Rob. Well, Rob, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Rob, are you okay with the vegetables in our PS garden growing? I mean, we go farm them up, harvest and then prune them, keep the weeds pulled out, and then before you know it, they're gonna be full-fledged 49ers. Who knows? Because we got people that have to leave next year. So, but what are you thinking here?
Oh well, I mean, I can tell you one thing for sure, that this team is fired up. All the way from corner to corner. We got a great practice squad. We got a great defense. Everybody's starting to get healthy.
Yes.
And I'm pretty fired up. This is the last Sunday with no football.
Oh, don't say it. It makes me crazy. This time next week we're gonna be freaking out.
Oh yeah, yes. I woke up this morning. I was just like, "Whoa, this is the last Sunday of no football." But I know I feel for the hurricane coming out there in Florida.
And the Bahamas. Hey, good call.
Yeah.
Hey, prayers, fam. Give boy, the Bahamas. I heard whole neighborhoods got swallowed.
I know. It's really bad. Just hope everything's okay with everybody out there, anyways, we're pretty excited about the season coming up. Pretty excited. I see so many Niner fans out here in the 559 Fresno area walking around, and I've never seen them so pumped up and ready to go for football season. And
we got it right.
Everybody's betting pretty good out here with the Niners going about 11-5. And that's what I'm predicting, about 11-5.
Same here, because we got some things we need to iron out. It's a little mature. We need a little more maturity with this unit. They need a little bit more seasoning, just a little, but not much. They can still hurt people, but that other level, just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. But
tiny.
We will make the playoffs.
Yeah,
we will make the playoffs.
I think so.
How far we go, I don't know. A lot of tough teams out there, but I'm pretty excited. This is the last Sunday, no football, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep next Saturday night.
Oh, God.
So I just hope you're on Saturday night.
Oh, guaranteed we go talk. We got to hang out because everybody's going to be going nuts just trying to figure. Alone with your own thoughts is going to make you crazy. Negativity starts to set in. You got to come in here for the group huddle and group hug, that red and gold hug that lets you know, don't start tripping on this dude not being good enough, this guy, that. Because think about this for a minute.
Right.
The other teams got guys that ain't good enough, too. It's all about here, coaching staff, drive, let's go. There you go. Because we ain't untalented no more.
That's it. One thing I am looking forward to, Ronbo, is I haven't seen play yet in the preseason. It's Nick Bosa.
I know. See,
I want to see him play.
I know, but it's as I say, it's in the Bosa DNA. He missed weeks before he went back in and got injured, right?
Right.
And Bosa, he came right in after missing all that time, and took Joe Staley to school. I said, you know what? It ain't got nothing to do with training or anything else. That boy would look like that if he'd never been taught a thing about coming off the edge. That movement he does is natural. That leg drive, those hand techniques were taught, but that's like a baby ninja. Because in Japan, they teach those babies, when they teach those kids when they're 3 and 4 years old. how to be assassins.
Yeah.
Nick had about the same training, only football training instead. So if people keep trying to compare him to others and say, well, we should have got this guy. No, you don't understand. You got the elite of the elite. Let him roll. If he can stay healthy, there's few men can stop him.
Offenses are in trouble. Just one more question before I go is how did D Ford get so healthy so fast?
Because he lied. Me and Russo was laughing about that. I see him. Hey, D Ford does this every year at the same time. Come on, Rob. Is that really possible? You ever had an injury that flared up on you at the same time every year, and especially right during training camp? Why come it didn't happen immediately after training camp or somewhere else? Right during training camp.
It blows my mind.
My knee. What's wrong
good.
with it?
Looking good. All right, Rob. Well, hey, I appreciate everything you do.
Thanks,
for
Rob.
Coming on and allowing us to speak our mind and go Niners.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Rob. Be back. You know what? It's Monday Night Raw. What I'm talking about. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Ronbo.
All right,
Good
night. And let's get on over to my man, Dre.
Man, what's happening, man? We in this thing, TNT. What's happening? We in the building, man.
Indeed. Got a boy we got Mrs. Wilson's baby boy back in the fold. Got Valoaga. I like him a whole lot. You got Kevin Givens up in here, and they was
Ronbo,
fair.
Ronbo,
they brought some people back.
Ronbo. I already told you. Don't bring that Jeff Wilson talk to me, bro.
Oh, I know. I forgot. Dre is not a Jeff
really
Wilson fan. Jeff fumbles too much for him.
Not really. Too much. Not really. But it's good.
You like them, but you like some other guys.
Yeah. Valoaga, yes, I'm very happy about that, man. That's probably the happiest I'm about. You know what I'm saying?
I like about Kevin Givens.
Made some plays.
Yeah, all right.
Man, Givens made some plays, but he wasn't as consistent as Valoaga or DeMontre Moore. I'm kind of hurt that DeMontre Moore wasn't able to clear waivers. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me ask you about that, though, Dre. Did the 49ers, there's no point, you can't bring him back to the practice squad, he's not eligible. The thing is, the 49ers may have done him a favor. Now, he's going to get on another team probably in a few minutes.
He's going to get on another team, but I would have rather him made us better. I mean, this is the thing, Ronbo. If, God forbid, one of our guys go down, DeMontre Moore is, he is not a rookie coming into the league that you hope is going to produce. Like this guy has been in the league, and he's hungry. He had to go to the AFL and get some run because he was having trouble finding a job. So, man, that's the type of guy you want in your locker room. And at the same time, I would have rather kept DeMontre Moore instead of keeping 4 tight ends. I don't know what was the thinking of that process. And why is TJ Becker still here?
And you were nice about that because you didn't say anything about a third quarterback.
Like why is TJ Becker? I mean, Kyle, I understand he's your guy. Kyle, he's just not our guy.
Yeah.
I understand he's your guy, but he's not our guy, okay? He's not going to make us better, bro. He's holding up a roster spot. You know what I mean? You should have put him on the practice squad, which he would have still been but he can't go in the practice squad because he's been in the league for 3 years. So I get it, Kyle, but, he's just not going to get any better at this point.
Dre,
he hasn't got better at this point.
One more thing I want to ask you about, Dre. Lynch went ahead and told everybody that we made a demand. We wanted a mid-round draft pick. Now, was that too high? Was that too much to ask for? And they said they refused to budge.
Hell yeah.
Why didn't they just take what they could get?
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. I mean, this guy is 1-9 in the league. You know what I mean? I think he might have just as much interceptions as he does touchdowns, or maybe even more interceptions than he does touchdowns. It's like, sometimes you just got to cut your losses, you know what I'm saying? And that's the guy I would have cut my losses with, you know what I mean? DeMontre Moore, I'm telling you, Ron, but this guy's going to go somewhere else, and he's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
he's going to go
just hope
somewhere
in our
else, and
division.
He's going to have a pretty good year.
Because I know Pete Carroll has noticed. Pete Carroll is noticing everything we do. He always does. And DeMontre Moore would be a plus on any roster.
And that's the thing about, us. You see it quite often with us, the Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. You see a lot of guys leaving either or team and going to one of those three teams. And it's because, it's the familiarity of being in the West Coast. Once you live in the West Coast, you know what I'm saying, and you play in the West Coast, it's like you still want to be there. You know what I mean? So I get it. I don't think it's necessarily the teams going after the guys. I think it's more of like the guys are like, man, I don't want to go to the Midwest or
freezing out,
where it's
cold,
every other
stay
week.
out of Chicago.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, most
sense.
definitely. Yeah, man. Hey, oh yeah, I gotta address something, Ronbo. So that game where what's the wide receivers, man? Where Richie James had that nice punt return. He had that nice punt return, a good kick return, and he had a nice reception. Don't you remember me coming on and doing a let me holler at you at Kendrick for calling him out for his drop pass and saying, Ronbo, I gotta bite the bullet on Richie James, man. He's balling out. Don't you remember me saying that?
We both did. I was crying about the fact that Richie's out playing everybody. Yeah, I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So Sean, why you came in here, you know what I'm saying, first of all, Ronbo just told us, you know what I'm saying, we got to tone it down on cuss words, bro. You came in last night, you know what I'm saying, you was cussing like a slave.
Sean,
you was cussing like a sailor.
That's
you was
true.
being real disrespectful, and you was mad because you said, I didn't own up on my part of Richie James. Bro, you 3 weeks late on that. That was the second preseason game. I came and I said it myself as a man. Richie James is looking good, man. I think he's going to make this squad. I got to bite the bullet on that one. You know what I'm saying? And as far as you saying, I'm from Chicago, bruh, I don't give a damn where you're from, bro. I'm from Inglewood, California. What y'all doing in Chicago, we was doing that in the 80s and 90s. In Los Angeles, man, the murder rate is at an all-time low for the last 30 years. I'm happy we doing that.
I'm glad of that, too, because that got a little tiresome.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right, yeah. Go back to Chicago and tell some of your brothers, you know what I'm saying, to stop doing some of the foolishness that they're doing before you say you from Chicago like you're a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? That tough guy shit don't work with me. I live to kill or be killed life, and I don't live it no more, bro. So, but more power to you. More power to you, though.
He's actually originally from Cali. He moved out there for work purposes.
Okay,
but you know what,
so then
guys?
But what is he talking about? He's from Chicago, and then 3 minutes later he said he's in Milwaukee. I'm just confused, Sean. Are you okay, my brother? You got a lot of confusing comments, man. But anyways, man,
we're gonna pull up there.
Yeah, man.
And hopefully it's been straightened out and we can put that to rest. But I'm gonna see tomorrow.
Man,
okay?
It's put the rest to me. But you was talking a little like you was about that life, bro. Come on, man. We grown men up in here, bro. I don't care where you from. Anybody can get touched. But shout out to my TNT fam, man. Trey Trez, Big Show, my player partner Will. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, shout out to the TNT, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be live. This year for the fantasy that we did, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
We got a couple more days, man, and it's gonna be the first game of the season, man. I'm out this time.
All right. Have a good night, Dre.
All right, man.
All right. and Dre played the gentlemanly part. I like that. All right. Thank you, Dre. All right, it's time for the Book of Champions. Rev, come on in.
Ronbo.
Rev, I'm glad. I think the storm rolled on past you, and you're calling us. That means you're safe, and I'm so glad to hear it.
Nah, the storm is actually heading our way.
Oh, I thought it
it's
already
coming
passed.
up the coast.
I thought it took a turn.
Nah.
Oh, no, because the Bahamas just got ate up. How large is that storm?
I got family in the Caribbean that caught some damage, but everybody's good. So.
Man, well, good.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be here by Thursday.
It's that slow rolling.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you'll be ready.
But just everybody just keep all our 90 fam, what I'm saying, on the East Coast, just keep us all in prayer. You know what I'm saying? Let this pass through, no one's harmed, things like that. But let's jump into it.
All right, Rev. And Rev, if you keep our sermon tonight around 5 minutes, a whole lot of people on the phone want to talk about things I'm not sure.
I bet.
Thanks, Rev.
So shout out to my fam, Niner fan worldwide, repping that beautiful red and gold 24/7, 365. Shout out to the man Ronbo.
Yeah, thanks, Rev.
Well, I got 4 minutes and 27 seconds, so got that out of the way.
Rev's watching his clock. All right.
Yeah. We're gonna jump into this one because we're gonna go into this Book of Walsh, and I love the Book of Walsh because for the fact of This man, he established what our culture is as 49ers.
True.
And I love it. Bill Walsh says, not to get too clever, but consistent effort is a consistent challenge. That. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. Because these players believe. They believe in it. They believe this year that consistency is going to be the key for victories. Seeing this practice squad, I'm pretty happy a couple people made it. And Valoaga, he's a beast, man.
Yeah.
Like, he is going to be that key element to come in and just, he's a beast. He's a beast. Y'all know me, defense wins championships. I think this defense is hungry. We're going to do it. We're at that high level right now. We're at that high level.
Indeed.
We are not afraid of nobody come Sunday. I'm restless. Granted, I got a hurricane coming my way. I don't care. But damn it, Sunday, I'm going to be watching 49er football. Okay?
Yeah.
So we are pumped up. Family, get pumped up right now. You got a whole week to piss people off and do it. Because you're going to wear that beautiful red and gold. You're going to wear your white jerseys. You got your 49ers hats, earrings, gloves, watches. It don't matter. You can have 49er socks and just walk around with your socks showing. You know what I'm saying? It's just that 49er
no
faithful
pants.
pride
that
go. We have. We have that in our hearts. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not even afraid. Like, I'm so ready for Sunday because pain and punishment is coming for you.
Double P.
Oh, Jameis Winston, you better pray and pray because we are coming for you. It's just, hey, just keep the positivity, fam. Sunday we got 49er football. I ain't gonna hold you up too much, Ronbo, but like I said, y'all, special shout outs to any of my Niner fans that that had to brace this storm. Just keep up the thoughts and prayers. Just let it go past us and everybody be safe. I'll definitely check in with you guys on social media, let you know I'm all right. I'm breathing. Everything is cool.
Good.
And, hey, y'all know how I do it. In order to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Oh.
Woo!
Rev!
Monday Night Raw. Nathan
always
will be
a
in the
pleasure.
building.
Man, fam.
I will holler at y'all. Y'all be safe, man. Niners for life. Let's do this. Quest for 6. It ain't never died. It ain't never faded. This is what we about to do. Ronbo, I thank you. We love you. Appreciate
Thanks,
it. And I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be good.
Love you back, fam. And looking for you tomorrow, Rev. All right, have a good night.
No doubt. Monday Night Raw. Peace.
Hey, night, Rev. All right. Yeah, Book of Champions, short and sweet tonight. All right, guys. I tell you what. You know what? You guys go ahead and work that out. I mean, hopefully those involved in the current fight going on in chat will finally come to a conclusion at the end of it and let it go, guys. We're all family. Hey, Will.
Ronbo. I want to say something right quick. I'm feeling like Suge Knight right now. I'm saying something right quick.
Oh my God! Let me get out. Hey. I'm scared already. Go ahead.
First off, I want to thank God. You know what I'm saying? First off, I want to say shout out to my player partner Dre.
Yeah.
Want to let everybody know that we riding with him, and for all those who want to be a star, want to talk tough all on Ronbo show. Person talking about where they from. Come to TNT.
Oh man.
But anyway, man. But yeah, man. But for real though, man. Hey, look. Hey, man. The roster is looking so sweet. It's the best looking roster I've seen since Harbaugh. Man, I believe Kyle and John got it right this time, man. I really think that practice squad. I ain't seen a 10-player practice squad look that legit since I don't know when.
I mean, really?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that practice squad could be. They could all be on teams. There's only one. Maybe that rookie. I don't know a lot about them, but the rest of them dudes, they could be on teams. So, whoa, you're right. We're going in the right direction.
Yeah, man. The only person that I wanted to be back on the team was DeMontre Moore. Because
Oh, everybody wanted him. Everybody.
Yeah, he was applying that pressure. But the thing, I think the reason why they didn't bring him back was because of that thumb. I think he broke his thumb, and there was one play in preseason where DeMontre Moore had a sack, but he couldn't wrap that arm around because he had that big old cast around his hand.
Will, which game was that? I want to go back and look. Because, I saw his hand wrap, but it was such a small club that I couldn't tell it was a cast. So you may be right. I mean, as far as keeping him.
So that's. I don't know what the time length of when his thumb gonna heal or whatnot, but I think that's real. I could be wrong. They just may think, well, we got somebody better or whatnot, but that's just my belief. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, man. I really wanted TJ McDonald too, man. But they want an excellent back. They want somebody that already knows the style of defense and whatnot. So I mean, I can understand. I mean, he made some plays in preseason too. So I ain't gonna down talk him because the only guy I'm a down talk is Webster until he gets his shit right. I mean, I'm sorry, Ronbo, until he gets his stuff right.
It's okay. No, I agree.
But yeah, go ahead. What's about that?
No, I agree because the safety situation. When you look at a team, we're looking at a team now that we think is pretty well balanced, ready to go. We don't have a lot of weaknesses. But when you look at safeties, it's not about the guys that are starting so much as it is, what happens if they can't go? What y'all gonna do? That's what I keep worried about. Right. Yeah, what are we doing then? Right. You're gonna slide. Well, Kwasky could play the free safety, actually, if he don't get hurt. Because they figure they ain't both going to get hurt at the same time. But they do, Will, every year. They're both gone by week 13, 12. It's scary.
Man, this year is critical for Tartan War. I'm going to say that right now. This year is critical for them. We tired of seeing these guys getting hurt. Quit trying to send a mighty blow to have a guy blowing snot. Man, look, man, do textbook tackling. Keep your head up, wrap up, and take the man down. Quit trying to lay a hit on people, man. That's how y'all getting hurt. I mean, y'all hurting the team trying to beat the next Sean Taylor or somebody, man. Look, man, y'all ain't no Sean Taylor. Rest in peace to Sean Taylor. But y'all ain't no Sean Taylor. Y'all ain't no Brian Dawkins. Y'all ain't no Ronnie Lott. Man, look, man. Just wrap up and tackle the man, put him down. Cause we need y'all this year, man. Tart did good in preseason, man. Well, we can't afford him. We can't afford losing him because we want to do bonehead tackling, man. And they already gonna throw flags on you. They already gonna throw flags on you, even if you're not hitting them in the head or not. Because the referees always get it wrong all the time.
Well, you know what though? As soon as I put the thread up on Instagram, I immediately questioned it. Why didn't bring AC back? You know what? What's going on with AC? Have you figured that out yet? Why? I mean, I understand his injury and everything, but he is not AC. Who is that?
Man, AC fell off. AC fell off. AC got ahead of himself too. This man started up a closing line. All this type of crap. Now your ass out of the job. He just fell off, man. He just fell off.
You think he was distracted then, maybe? That he wasn't focusing properly as he should have been, putting all his energy? And was he on business before he was football? He's smarter than that, though. What happened?
I don't know, bro. But anyway, man, like I say, man, overall, man, we got 7 days left till we get this thing rolling, man. We already had two reporters out the gate talking about who gonna win the game Sunday. Terrell Davis talking about the Buccaneers gonna win. I think he's still suffering for that migraine he had in the Super Bowl. Maurice Jones-Drew, he said he hates the Niners, but he said he's going for the 49ers.
Yeah, see, at some point, no matter how much you hate a team, if you're in the business they're in, you should go ahead and tell the truth, Yeah. And actually, Davis does this every year. I think somewhere during the course of the time that he spent in Denver, somebody in the family, Shanahan family, made him mad or something. It's very strange about him. So we'll see.
Well, man, I ain't gonna take much of your time.
Right,
yeah. So I'm out of here, man. I ain't gonna take much of your time. I know you got Carly Wade, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my
Appreciate
player
it.
partner Dre, TNT fan, man. My player partner Dre, Trey Trez, Big Show, Russo. You know what I'm saying? Daniel, Red 49 hits, man. Shay Lewis on them boys, man. Fuck. Oh, I can't say that. Forget the Rams.
It's okay. It's a reflex. You'll work on it.
I'll get used to it. F the Rams. F Rudy. Is on the Super Bowl and only scored 3 points. And they broke. All right, my boy. Hey, look, man. Y'all chill out on that chat, man.
I know, man. Come on, y'all.
Y'all, look, man. Look, be a real man. If you got beef, drop a location. That's all you gotta do. Drop a location. All right, man.
There you go. All right, fam. Have a good night. Yeah, we haven't had a knock. All right, Will. Yeah, we haven't had a knockdown, drag out on the chat in a while, guys. All right, guys, hope you settle it soon. Come on now. All right. Hey, Phil.
Ronbo.
Phil, I mean, there's not a lot because we always theorize what the 49ers front office is doing. Apparently, Contavious could have went on the IR yesterday. We could have added maybe.
Well, let me put a little clarification to that.
All right, go ahead, please.
So the Niners believe that Contavious is coming back week 4 or 5.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
So
His
somebody is still going to have to be
really
dropped.
Minor. Well, no, he had to make the 53 in order to go on the IR to be able to pull him back onto the team.
Oh.
So
meanwhile, Exum becomes that guy
53,
they send back and forth all year. They cut him. They bring him back.
So
they cut him. Yeah.
They put Contavious on the IR thinking that he's going to be available come week 6 or somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring back Exum because they knew he was going to clear waivers. So, they've got their backup safety. I was, wondering what was going on myself until I investigated a little bit. But the reason McKinnon's going on the IR for the season is because he's having some major surgery done.
I knew it. They're going to have to go back in there and see why it still hurts.
Redo the whole thing. They botched the surgery. That kind of killed him. And then Tim Harris, the reason they put him on the season-ending IR is because they knew he wasn't going to make the team, but they want to keep him
and work on him,
and protect him. So he's going to be, just a guy that's going to be put on the IR just so nobody else can take him. So, and then I was wondering on our linebacker depth. So Elijah Lee, is on our practice squad. So that puts back up to Dre Greenwald if Greenwald doesn't has a problem because he was the backup Sam. So
yeah, but you got Zacha
now,
huh?
Yeah, but he's the backup Mike. So
Zacha is he a Mike? Okay.
Yes. So so that's Mayo was competing with Shaza for that Mike backup role. They went with Zacha. So he must have impressed.
Well, yeah, we saw him a couple of times.
The reason they're not keeping more is because they got Contavious sitting out there. They got so many defensive linemen. It just was odd man out, So.
Man.
And then on the safety point, they also believe that DJ Reed can also play some safety. So.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. He's an FS though. I was mainly worried about who's going to handle the box duties if Kwaski should go down. You're not going to put Timor's a little light in the pants.
That could be Exum, right?
Yeah. See. Yeah.
So then you got DJ Reed that can go in there, but Jimmy Ward can play the box too.
So, please, no.
If they have to.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But Phil, you and I both know because Jimmy forgets.
I know.
Jimmy, you don't weigh 230.
You want to keep Jimmy healthy.
Yeah, because Jimmy will launch himself against some Hulks coming down the field like he weighs 250.
Yeah.
It scares me, and it takes him out. But he doesn't care. Whatever it takes. If you have to carry him to the hospital, he doesn't care. I like his attitude, but good sense says keep him out of that situation because he'll go for it.
A little bit,
yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is Garnett got got whacked because Garland proved he can both play center and guard.
And that's
So he's
that's all it
flexible.
takes. Yeah.
And then that made and I was surprised Garnett didn't get picked up on waivers at all. So that's gotta tell
Phil,
you
all it is
something.
is they waved as he went by. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck. Because
Well,
Garnett.
he's sitting there in case some disaster comes up and you need to get a guard in there fast. So he will be available when the time comes.
That's so
And then
unfortunate.
the other thing that really I can't understand is the 4 tight ends. That's the one that kind of got me. Because, I thought Caden Smith, Willie, and Kittle would do it. I thought Tulola was out, but apparently they like him, so I don't know. But I think if there's somebody that comes back, that's where you're going to cut. And they're just gonna
Toilolo?
see who performs during. Well, one of the tight ends.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not going to be
you don't need
Dwele.
4.
Okay, because it's not going to be Dwele. It's not going to be Smith. Smith, they probably don't want to put him on the practice squad because Kyle's worried about losing him, right? And
Right.
it's certainly Kittle's not in that conversation. So, Toilolo or who?
I think it would, if you're bringing someone on the team later during the season, I think Toolo's the guy that's going to be expendable.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my thought. But
Kyle likes how he.
the other thing is, why did they only get 9 on the practice squad? They've got one more spot still available.
No, they got 10.
practice squad.
They picked up the kid from Detroit. I had his name.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they picked him up. So he's going to be that 10th guy, and they knew that. I guess going.
all right.
They reserved that spot just for one guy, and they got an offensive lineman.
Was that a guy at tackle? He was a tackle, right?
He's an offensive tackle. Yeah, Brian Pope.
Yeah. Because school needs some schooling. Let's pray that Staley and
McGlinchey don't get hurt.
and McGlinchey stay healthy because we got some problems at backup tackle.
I think he'll get it though. But Phil, we're gonna have to stop and continue
Well,
tomorrow
I just
night.
wanted to clarify that Contavious Street issue. They have to bring him on the
Thanks.
53.
I always love when you do
They're
that.
going to bring him back.
All right.
So,
All
and if
right.
one defensive lineman gets nicked up, he's the guy they're going to pull back. So,
There you go.
pull in. So,
And let him heal as
All
long
right.
as it takes. All right, Phil.
And,
Good stuff as usual.
it's coming up. It's pretty close, Ronbo. It's pretty
Don't get
close.
me. I'm trying to wait till I have high anxiety. At least wait until midweek. Not now. All right, Phil.
Okay.
We gotta go. Good stare
All
downs.
right, man.
All right.
All
Have a
right,
good night.
later. Bye.
Night. And Benny. Oh, this is gonna be a fun name. Let me see if I get it right with that. Hey, let's don't get mad because I appreciate the contribution. He's I want to say Benny Yam. Am I right? Benny Yam. Benny Yam Hallamariam. Benny Yam. He says, "Hey you. Hey Benny." Oh God, the things we got to figure out between now and next week, and try to stay calm and. Don't get into the NFL networks because they're going to say we're going to lose. Vegas is going to say we're going to lose. Watch. It's just weird. J. Taz says, did you happen to check out that article which headlines Jared Goff facing more pressure than Jimmy Garoppolo? What do you think about that? I watched that. Stephen A. Screaming Stephen A. And the guy he's always dealing with now, he says that Jimmy's under way more pressure than Jared Goff. And because he is the child of great expectation, whereas Jared Goff, we already know what he's about. He's already done what he's done. He's been in a couple of championship games and he's been in the Super Bowl. So he has no pressure, which really, Stephen A. is really bizarre. He has all the pressure in the world. He hasn't, he's gotten to that door. He's been out there knocking, but he didn't come in yet. So Stephen A. has got a real thing as he calls Jimmy. I'm not going to repeat it. You know what he calls it? It's the name he likes to apply to Jimmy G's name. He's such a jerk. God. Yeah. James, come on in, James.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, man?
I'm okay for as you know, we have a countdown now between. A lot of pressure. I mean, we're going to be sitting there wondering, 49ers don't do this. You guys got all the capability in the world. Now close this one out and let's get one under the L column. I mean, W column. Put that L underneath the box column. But Barry, what are you thinking? And you were right. Somebody pointed something out you said yesterday was absolutely right. So I forgot what they were talking about, though. You said James was right about, but James, you're right about a lot of things. So go ahead.
Well, just basically, I think that I was listening to what Phil said, and a lot of things he said were right. And I do think that I'm not sure. I think Phil might have mentioned this, what I'm about to say now, but I think when you claim a player off of waivers, that player has got to either make your 53-man roster, or you're subject to getting you have to give up draft picks and compensation for that player if you take him off waivers. Now that's what I thought I heard Phil say before.
No, well,
I could be wrong. I could be right.
No, right. I'm not sure if Phil said that, but I do know for a fact if you pick up a player off waivers.
Somebody said
yes.
It might have been Phil. I could be wrong that it was Phil. I could be wrong. But I know it was someone that said if you take a player off waivers from another team,
yes,
then you've got to make that player's either got to make your 53-man, or you wind up
immediately
giving up. You have to give up draft picks, and then the team winds up getting compensatory picks as well.
They don't even go that far. It's understood.
Okay.
If you pick up a player off a practice squad or waivers, he has to be signed to your 53, or you just put him right back where you got him. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, well, that's I thought about it. I was like, I said, how could they move on from somebody like DeMontre Moore? But let's not forget, he's like a 5-year journeyman. I think he's been on 4 teams already, as well as over there in the ZML league, ain't it? The ZFL or MZL?
AFL. No, I know.
AFL. I'm sorry for any fans that might have supported this other.
Yeah, he's been around.
I mean, he's been a journeyman, and for some reason, I mean, I don't know what happened, why other teams didn't hold on to him, because he played really well. But I believe they're looking at a constant, and that constant has been they've been basically, to lose 9 games with in less than a field goal or a field goal. You've got players that they weathered the storm. I mean, it could have been worse, but you had things going on. You had a starting quarterback that was injured. You had running backs that the whole playbook was designed around, got hurt 2 weeks before the initial start of the season last year. So, it's just a lot of things that happened that, I believe they said, well, let's go with the constants that we already got. And I think really, too, a lot of it's got a lot to do with like trying to shape the roster with players that you got to pay some, but you also got to find ways to have, you got to find ways to save money, and players that are, undrafted free agents, players that, you could sign for the next 4 years. And in that situation with Elijah Lee and even Al Shazier, we have for the next 5 years under a rookie contract, an undrafted free agent contract.
Right.
And
it's a 3-year.
Elijah Lee, a 3-year. And then Elijah Lee was going into his 3rd year with going into his 3rd season with the Niners.
Yeah, they brought him in from Minnesota. I'm not sure about his status and how many years he's been in the league, though. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they got to think about ways of trimming that fat, even though some people didn't like the way School played. But I can say one thing, School came out with a handful of linemen these linemen had some of the most impressive numbers that linemen have had in years. Yeah. I'm talking about, like, I think his resume, I think he gave up 1 sack in over 500 and something plays.
And graduated as a senior.
And this guy, on top of that, they're going to they're playing him now at left tackle, and that's a good thing because when Staley moves on, now with them, and the writing was on the wall in letting Joshua Garnett go, somebody, should pick him up. But, it's like he can't stay healthy for us and got a fingernail swole up under the nail and big toe ain't straight and won't go in the sock the right way. I mean, just things you've never heard of that, this is football, man. This ain't at, grandma's backyard little tea party or nothing, Yeah. So, like I said, they got to find ways because this year, I think this is our year. I mean, I'm just as optimistic as any other Niners fan. I think this is the year we put it out there and go take it. And right now we've got a very exciting team that they can stay healthy and come to play together. And I'm gonna say this right now: we start out next Sunday by the grace of God. And I can say this much: if we go into Week 4 being 3-0 and playing the Steelers at home,
the city can't take it. Oh God. Because then
3-0 playing the Steelers at home.
James, good stuff. Jay, we got to stop. Let's talk some more fun stuff tomorrow. Okay.
No problem, sir. Thank you for having me. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. We got a week to go. This time next week, we'll be talking about our game 1 and how we came out, hopefully victorious with no injuries. Moving on to week 2. Yes, sir. Thank you for what you do, Ronbo.
Thanks,
Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
And James has reflected upon things. I'm thinking right now, we actually have the Bucs. First of all, personnel-wise, we've got them beat. Coach-wise, Shanahan, there's nobody can stand up to Shanahan. He's the best offensive guy in the league. Next name, not name Kansas City. Over in New Orleans, close, and maybe also, of course, New England. But other than that, fam, we have got everything we need to kick butt. If we lose, there'll be some strange reasoning for it. But just getting your butt beat for lack of personnel and other things, no, it doesn't exist. So 49ers better win that game. And after the game, we were saying things like it was 30-something to 12. And here we were worried. I wasn't worried. Everybody's start. All right. Let me get it. Bolly Beer. Hey, I want people to stop freaking out about Pettis. Colbert was handed the position without completion. Kyle is growing as a head coach and learning. Go Niners. Those are good some observations. All right. And then, you know what I should do? Should I do the birthday song here? Because Benny, I got one message before the other. Thanks for the contribution again. You didn't have to pay me, though. I would have gave you the birthday. I would have done that. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Any excuse I get to be noisy, it works. Let's see. So saying happy birthday to my wife. Her name is Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Happy birthday today, huh? Happy 49ers birthday to Taylor. Happy birthday to Taylor. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy Niners birthday, Taylor. Did you know so funny? I'll bet you've never watched this before, and your husband said, listen, I'm going to watch this guy go nuts when he sings happy birthday. He's going to sing happy birthday for you. Or he said that, watch this guy, Taylor, I'm going to have him sing happy birthday to you. Taylor's probably sitting there thinking, okay. Shabazz! Yes!
Ronbo, I'm here, baby.
Shabazz,
What,
we
can you
is
hear me?
here.
Can you hear me, Ronbo?
I can hear you, Shabazz.
Just getting in from the airport.
Yeah, I was just saying, sounds like there's a little person that's not very happy right now. You okay? Everything okay?
Yeah, that's my little guy.
Yeah.
I'm like 3 minutes from the house. Feeling good, Ronbo.
Yes.
I'm glad we picked Exum back up. I love Exum. I use him on the Madden, by the way. He works out for me. I keep him in the box. I switch out a linebacker, and I have him in my nickel package.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what's going on. I figured out to the rest of the empire on here while we keep it CJ. I don't like saying that bad name because Shanahan don't want to cut him, and he don't want nobody trying to pick his brain about our playbook. Because I'm a conspiracy theorist guy, man. I don't want nobody knowing our secrets.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
And Pete Carroll is notorious for doing that.
Oh, that's yeah, and Carroll needs a backup right now. Oh, that's so accurate. Because if anybody can hurt you, it's your quarterback. Some of these other position players, they can go. They don't remember how to do nothing. They was having trouble with it anyway. But CJ, he can enlighten. Wow.
Yep. Yeah. So, that, and I don't want to take up my whole 5 minutes. I just want to just tell the Empire, hey, look, 11-5, I'm standing on it. Tampa, it's my birthday that day, actually Sunday the 8th. I'll be there at the game.
Touching down.
For the guys arguing earlier, I got an idea that made me want to ask you first, because I have to ask you and clear it to you. I've done it before on other app with 49ers fan. I'm in a giving mood. The 22nd of December is right before Christmas, and we play the LA Lambs. I got 2 tickets, and I wanted to ask you, with your approval, a trivia question that we can do after the Bucs game.
Yeah.
For any of the faithful out there, if they can answer it correctly, I'll give it to you when we meet offline or inbox it to you. And if they can answer it correctly, then they can win 2 49er tickets. And I got seats in the end zone, baby. Lower level. So they're working.
Oh, Shabazz, that's an excellent idea. And Shabazz, you are going to be the guy I'm going to be looking for next week. You know what? I just realized we got to set up arrangements for you to make a halftime call. Yes. Okay. All right. Shabazz, did I have you send, I wanted you to send me, okay, Shabazz, send me your go to Ronbo Sports at Gmail. Everybody's got a Gmail account. RomboSports at gmail.com and say, Ronbo and Shabazz, we talked about the ticket giveaway. Let's finish up talking more about that. All right?
All right.
We got to see what we're going to do. Okay. Yeah. Look at Shabazz. Making peace. Making the 49 brothers and sisters come together and stop this fighting. Shabazz. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
I like it.
Yes. And that's my gift, my early Christmas present, birthday Christmas present from me to the Empire. 2 tickets. I love giving. I'm a giving person. And, hey, tell Dre and those guys get it together, man. I've been listening to the show for a long time. I just started calling in, and I've been harassing you online because I love what you do, Ronbo. I love the Empire, and I love anybody that's faithful. And I'm gonna have a tough question for everybody out there to see who the real faithful is, because this one is gonna be a kicker, baby.
Yeah. I like it. It's going to be that good old red and gold trivia, right? Something that the people may have known about but couldn't think of right quick if the questions, because you only got a few seconds to answer probably. So, yeah. All right.
Right.
Oh,
so I will shoot you an email at Ronbo Sports. Is it Gmail?
Gmail.
Okay. All right. I will shoot that. I'm parking the car, and then I'll shoot that to you. And what I'll do is I'll give you the question and the answer, Ronbo. Right. That way, I know you're a man of integrity, and the rest of the Empire trusts you. So it won't be no inside, and the first person that can get it correct can get those tickets.
All right. There it is.
All right.
Shabazz.
I will talk to you guys later.
All right, fam.
Wrap up. And, hey, go Niners.
Yeah. Shabazz. All right, fam. Talk to you a little later. There you go. That's spreading a little joy and putting some sugar on the thing. Because, boy, y'all, they fighting, ain't they? Harvey, whoever's, what's up, fam? I mean, let's go ahead. See, this is what ends up happening. See, now I've opened up a can. See, David Murphy says my 8-year-old Davian, his birthday is today too. Baby, you got to excuse me. You know how much I like to do this, right? Bear with, I'll only take a minute. I swear, I will not go too long. Come on, man! Come on, man! You're killing me, man! I know. Let me kill you a little bit. This one more time, all right? Hopefully, the birthday stops soon. At least for today. To David Murphy's son, we now celebrate his day. Happy Nana's birthday to Davion. Happy Nana birthday, Davion. Happy. Nana's birthday. Davion, 8 years old. Look out. The guy's getting ready to take the world by storm. Give him another 10 years. And who knows? David, can he play quarterback? We may need one by the time he gets old enough to play. Hey, it's Niner Mike, my man. Niner Mike, what's up?
Yo, hey, what's going on, Ronbo? What's going on?
Mike, man, just sitting back here and watching the dust settle, and guys are getting their positions out there. Everybody knows what they're gonna do now. They can say, "This is my locker permanently. I don't have to worry about keeping it clean because it's mine for the rest of the season." It's pretty soon we're gonna see these guys going for it. Mike, this is it, man. We got one more week.
That's right. Yes, we do. We do. One more week. Hey, real quick before we get started, that Chabaz guy, that's a nice thing. Nice gesture right there. We need more of that along amongst the Niner Empire, man. We don't need no beefing amongst each other, man. The Niner Empire is number one, over everything. Fuck all that bull. Yeah,
we got to show class because, the Raider fans, that's what they do. We don't want to resemble anything they do.
Yeah, nothing like it. We got better things to do anyway, like doing that, showing love, giving out tickets, something like that. That's a great thing. So, and happy birthday to that guy too, man. You know what I mean? I hope you enjoy your game out there in Tampa, Florida, and we get the W, baby.
I tell you, Mike. And the analysts are going after us already, Mike. They're saying bad things about us. And I like Tampa Bay on that one. We can't get no respect. What does Tampa Bay have to offer? I mean, Bruce Arians is an okay coach, but they
I tell you what they got to offer. They got they got about a 5 or 6 sack game for our defensive line to offer. That's what they got to offer.
That was their first string offense we're looking at, Mike. They can't. When are they gonna stop? When are they gonna stop the 49ers defensive line? Come on.
Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. But first thing first. I want to say a couple of things. A couple of the calls. I told everybody that the Matthews kid wasn't going to make it. I think some people knew that. I told everybody he got ripped off by Taylor for the number thing.
Oh, I want to know how much he paid.
On that.
Oh man.
Oh man. Well, apparently it was enough to buy his broader ring. Apparently.
I know, right? Now, rings don't come for less than thousands of dollars. Now, what happened?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. He got cashed out. He got cashed out, Ronbo. Hey, but listen, I only feel like there's two mistakes that I don't like on our roster. And maybe you might agree with me. I don't know. All right, maybe the Empire does or doesn't. Well, but one of them I think is the Toy Lolo guy. That guy shouldn't have made it. He took a spot from somebody that earned a spot. You know what I mean? Someone like DeMontre Moore. He did earn a spot. I know DeMontre Moore is a journeyman, but sometimes it takes a while for people's light to turn on, and it looked like he was playing pretty tough.
And was serious.
And the other thing, I understand. I think it was also Chabaz about the quarterback that he said about that. I agree with him 100%. I don't know if anyone noticed because we're not like some of the other fans that at least I'm not. People of other teams that hang around here in your room and everything just because
I know.
Their
even as you
so
speak,
bad.
I'm looking at one that's just burning me up. I'm not going to say anything though. Stay out of it.
Hey, right, yeah, just like Texas boy or whatever, right? It's like the Cowboys suck so bad you got to hang out on 49ers Texas. It's amazing. It's amazing. It blows my mind. But no, my thing is I really agree with him. Pete Carroll, both Earl Mitchell and Cassius Marsh were released by the Seahawks. That was part of their cuts. Neither one of them made the roster, even though they picked both of them up.
Whoa.
So and like Shabazz said, it really is a Pete Carroll thing to do. He'll love to get some guy that's recently been on a team, and they don't keep him. He'll be there maybe a week or so, whatever, and then he's gone. But I know that they get what they get. And I'll tell you right now, there would be no other kryptonite to Kyle Shanahan than for somebody in our division to get a hold of one of our quarterbacks. There would be no other. That would be so brutal, so brutal. And in some regard, you know, who knows? You know, maybe I don't think Nick Mullins is a solid kid. But I think C.J. Beathard would be a little spiteful in that type of situation. The fact that he got beat out by the kid, I don't know.
Yeah, it's human nature, Mike. I can see that. You know, especially he wants to help his new team win.
I don't know. So I understand him getting a roster spot. I really do. But the fourth tight end thing. The other thing that I really I don't know. The other thing I thought wasn't really a good move. I personally would have liked to have seen. I personally would have liked them to have put the street kid on the IR, the whole IR.
Yeah,
I know they put him on the IR today, or whatever, you know, and they but the designated to return or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, they could have just put him on straight IR because no one's going to touch him. No one's going to touch him.
Because his knees.
And they could have kept. They could have kept the active spot for either the Moore kid. I like the fact that we were able to keep the Givens kid on the practice squad. I just hope that somebody doesn't catch an injury on another team and then they come and snag him up. You know, that happens.
Because we got three guys that definitely could have. I mean, you get Valoaga's there. You got Givens is more than a project. That kid's ready to cut loose. In another year or two, somebody's gonna lose a job to him. I don't know. But there's some other guys on our team that some of those offensive linemen, I'll see what they look like later. But yeah, Mike, there's some property on that team that's worth having.
Oh, yeah. Really we talked about that, though, the first time I talked to you, Ronbo. We talked about that. I says the weakest point on our team is the offensive line. I feel like no matter how we do this season, that'll be addressed next season via the draft.
First round, Mike.
Again. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. We're going to invest in the offensive line. I feel like, you know, whatever little holes or weaknesses we have are right around there. But everywhere else is pretty solid. And I'm with you. If freaking Jaquaski Tart and Jimmy Ward don't run into each other, you know, in the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, you know, and maybe if we could keep both of them out of a body cast for 3 or 4 weeks, we might be able to put together a string of W's. You know what I mean?
No, because both of them are good players, and when they're on the field, we're a better team. But can they please stay on the field? Mike, we got a new sports science team. We got new people, experts in there. Maybe it's something about diet and other things. They might have straightened all that out, so maybe we'll be okay. I hope.
Yeah, most definitely. But other than that, I like what they did with the 53. Personally, I think they did a decent job. Right. You know, it's harder, Ronbo. It's harder, like you said earlier. It's a lot harder than it was, you know, 2-3 seasons ago, where it was like, hey, you got talent? Come on, we need you over here. You know, it was a lot.
True.
They had to pick and choose.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, we gotta go.
I'll let you go. Tell the people. Yeah, most definitely. Listen, shout out to the Nine Empire. Thank you for having me on, as always.
Pleasure, Mike.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. Let me tell you, 7 days away, Ronbo. 7, baby. We're ready to rock and roll. I already can smell the meat smoking on the grill. I'm gonna have meat on. Oh yeah, I'm smoking. I'm gonna start smoking that about 12 o'clock at night. About midnight, I'm gonna start smoking. So it'll be ready about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, before kickoff. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. Hey, listen, you have a good evening, man. All right.
You too, Mike. Appreciate your fam.
All right, Ronbo.
See you tomorrow if you got some time. All right, night. That Mike's always a lot of fun. Emilio.
What's happening?
Yeah. Well, Emilio, All the fun of preseason, the carefree days, the don't worry about a thing. We got this. Time's up. Just like that, Emilio. We've been looking with the draft. I was all excited. Before that, the free agency, I'm all excited. I'm looking at this team. And now all of a sudden, you're a little scared because you don't want to lose to a team like Tampa Bay. Emilio, just the thought of that is worrisome. Because it ain't about we can't beat them, but something could possibly go wrong that has nothing to do with the team being better. Okay, Emilio, you didn't call here for that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, well, you bringing that up, if we lose the first 2 games, we're going to have a really shitty season. So they at least got to win one of the first two games.
Both of them. The other teams ain't nothing.
Well, either way, say both. Either one, I have to say, if we lose one, it's just my whole thing. If we can't win one out of these 2 first games, we can't win from both, it's going to be a long season. That means you're going to have to figure something out because I'm thinking Tampa Bay should be a win and Cincinnati should be a win. And if they don't get one out of the 2 or get them both, it's going to be a long season, Ronbo.
Come home.
I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I see, I see a lot of potential. I'm ready. I'm waiting for next Sunday. Can't wait. But it's just, if we can't pull out a W, it's good. It's going to be a rough one. I don't want to be disappointed. If I was like, I want to get hyped for the game, but at the same time,
caution, because we've been getting a butt beat so much. We only know how to take a butt whooping. We don't. Emilio, I forgot about what it was like to go into each week knowing you got this. See, so now we got to deal with this feeling for a couple of weeks. Dang it, hate it.
It's not even. It's not that stuff. It's just like, damn, dude. Like I said, I want to get hyped. Like I hear some of the other callers are all hyped up. I was like, man, I can't get there. I can't. I need to see it before I can even start screaming and hollering. Talking about, man, because like I said, the last couple of years, every time we get hyped up, what happens? I mean, I know some of the stuff has been over injuries, but it's just like, damn, man, it's just all this, Jimmy went down and just a whole bunch of shit. Is just,
if they come in,
I gotta see it.
They come in winning the first 2 games and come back home all pumped up. Steelers got a problem. That means they will have become confident. They will have become efficient.
They're gonna want to win. They're gonna want to win the first home game. If they win those first 2, and they're gonna be pumped. It might be a real close game, go down to the wire.
But if they, and I like those better, because if they win that close game, then the character starts to build. And then, Emilio, they say, shh, man, bring the Browns. Bring them in here. Then they will have arrived at that mental state that you need. That's all they need to do. Get past the Steelers and beat the first 2 teams. They got the ability, Emilio. They got all they need.
The one thing I don't like is that the Browns are overrated and we're underrated. I'm like, really? They haven't done this shit, nothing as much as we have. I was like, come on, man. They haven't done anything. We haven't done anything. So it's just, I don't see it just because, I said they got OBJ, but I'm like, come on, man. Them guys are getting a little bit overhyped over there. I'm like, come on, man.
Right. It's going to take more than OBJ. And they're giving Baker Mayfield like Baker Mayfield's the next coming. Emilio, I'll tell you something that's really funny, too. Styles was the program the other day. Dude says, well, you know what I'm waiting for? If the Browns and the Lions, in this 100-year anniversary, if the Browns and the Lions play in the Super Bowl, he's going to give up some incredible prize. I fell off my seat. If the Browns and the Lions end up in the Super Bowl, everybody needs to give up something. That ain't even possible.
I could have at least gave you one. You could have said at least Browns has been the Super Bowl in Detroit. God damn, what the fuck is Detroit ever done? Besides the only best player everybody knows he's always had is like Barry Sanders. Everybody else is just like, come on, man. I mean,
that's why it's insane.
The best player of all time they've ever had is Barry. Nobody else they've ever had. I mean, of course they've had Megatron, but like I said, the best player the Lions have ever had is Barry Sanders.
No, their organizations, there's something wrong with the ownership. They don't know what they're doing. And you know what, Emilio? Here's my thing. Now, next week, Jimmy Garoppolo should be tired of people saying some of the things. He came out in that second game after he's made a fool of. Now, I hope Jimmy says, you know what, you people think that I'm going to come out here and I'm going to destroy this Tampa Bay team. And then I don't want to hear any more crap for the rest of the season. He's got to be tired of hearing it. Even though he says he doesn't hear any of the noise, you know they do.
No, you know one thing. I mean, I know let's say he does pretty good, they're still gonna talk shit. I'm like, oh, that was just a fluke, you know.
I know.
It was just a Tampa Bay. So you're gonna hear it. If you do go at it, you're gonna hear it at least. Maybe let's say he does good, maybe 2, 3. Well, actually, you know what? They'll kind of change their mind after the Steelers game, depending on what the outcome is of the Steelers game. They'll change their.
They may lighten up.
You're gonna hear it at least for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Come the Steelers game. Well, you hear for 3. Somebody, oh, it's just a fluke. Oh, maybe he's getting better, but depending on the outcome of the Steelers game, everything will change. Just because.
I think you're right. Even if we beat the Steelers, well, you know the Steelers aren't what they used to be. Oh, come on, guys! What is it?
You heard it. They're gonna say they don't have Le'Veon. They didn't have ABs. There's always gonna be excuses. But at this point, it's all about Jimmy. It's Jimmy's show. Jimmy has to be the quarterback. Like I told you before, he needs to be the quarterback we want him to be. Mm-hmm. He needs to be our next Joe. He needs to be our next Young. He needs to be our next quarterback.
There it is.
He just needs to be that man.
And get it done like we know he can. All right, Emilio. Good stuff, fam. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to see you next week because I know you ain't going to make it during the week. But next week, game time, we're going to be talking major trash. And Emilio, I know I'm going to hear from you for sure if we lose. Because Emilio going to be, Ronbo, I told you. Because I know you. Emilio, have a good night, fam.
I told you, so it's just, I really want to win. I want a W next Sunday.
You got it. I really do think so.
All right, man.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Oh, God. And, oh, my goodness, there he is. I was harassing him yesterday on Twitter, and he's come out now. There he is. Well, it's a big show. Show says, been eating crow this whole year. Bad year for Big Show. Anywho, congrats to 84 for making the team. We are a week away from real football. Hashtag Go Niners. Well, Show, give me that 5, Show. Because, you know, I never stopped looking at you as my 49er brother. I just wanted to give you a hard time because we like different things. And, it's all right. You go get me sooner or later. Show you the real dude, man. Thanks, Show, for the contribution, too. Hey, let's go over to Tyler T. Tyler. Oh, hey, J-Dog, you're right. I read that after you closed it. It's not J-Dog from WWE. You don't know? You better ask somebody. That was the Road Dog, Jesse James. I hadn't seen him in so long. Tyler, where you at, man? Tyler's the other Road Dog. Tyler! Now we go back to T. T's probably eating his cornflakes. Tyler used to be the 1, 2, 3 kid, or otherwise known as the cornflake kid. Lewis!
Ronbo.
Lewis, have you noticed we was going to talk about we were going to talk about the PS squad, and then we went from the PS squad to all of a sudden the fear, that lightweight weird feeling in the middle of your stomach. 49ers got no business losing to the Bucs. Please don't let it happen, right? So, it's a very uncomfortable feeling, Lewis. Okay, maybe start drinking early. And if they win, don't drink anymore the rest of the season.
Yeah, Ron, but I didn't even get a check to actually look at the final cuts. I just saw the biggest one was that they cut Matthews. So, I mean, it's good to me. I mean, I'm just happy whatever the wide receivers Kyle Shanahan, wants to put out there. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people want to debate on who should stay, who should go, but it's whatever he thinks is the best wide receiver that fits his scheme. That's what matters most. So whatever Kyle Shanahan feels comfortable putting out there day one, I feel comfortable
Lewis,
whatever he puts out there.
Lewis, I just want to piggyback on that real quickly. Here's the thing, Lewis. You know, it's like any fighter. How many fights have you watched? The guy got in the ring, and he's a champ, right? Everybody says, all right, everybody knows in order for that challenger to win, if he doesn't win by complete knockout, it's going to be tough to win on points. So, you know, the guy comes in there. This is Kyle Shanahan's guy. He's raised him since he started, right? So all those guys, pretty much all the guys he's had for the last few years, unless somebody came in and really upset him, it was never part of the plan, I don't think. But what are your observations?
Right. No, absolutely, Ronbo. That is a perfect analogy of the situation. Like, Matthews has to do some star-born type, I'm not saying Pro Bowl levels, but I'm saying he's going to have to, like, show, like, hey, I'm, like, the second best wide receiver on this team. If he's just a mediocre, like a 4 or 5, Kyle's going to be like, yeah, you're gone, dude, because I got a guy that can contribute as much as you do, but he knows the scheme a lot better, and he's been in the system a lot longer. So that's absolutely correct, Rombo. That analogy is spot on and perfect. And it's the same thing, too. Like, if you look at it, look he still kept C.J. Beathard. Like, C.J. Beathard, to me, should have been cut. Like, I'm sorry, but he should have been on the practice squad or been, somebody should have picked him up for a waiver wire pickup. It doesn't matter to me, but the fact is I think Kyle's like, well, damn, if Jimmy goes down, and then if somehow Nick Mullins goes down, and if we cut Beathard and he gets picked up by a different team, well, he's going to have no quarterback that knows the scheme, right? So that's the only reason why I think he kept Beathard as well, just in case for injury purposes. But God forbid, I'm praying every day that we just have a healthy team and start the season off strong and healthy. No. But yeah, Rumble, absolutely. So, I'm a strong advocate of whoever Kyle puts out there for his scheme that he runs that has been proven to work, because not only did he give career years to the likes of Matt Schaub and Matt Ryan, but also Andre Johnson and Julio Jones had put up their best numbers in that scheme. And he got Matt Schaub paid, but he also took the team to the Super Bowl. So that's what really matters. Right? So it's a proven schematic scheme. He got Kirk Cousins paid, took a subpar quarterback, got him paid. They showed off a little bit at the Redskins, and then, he went to the Vikings. His scheme has been proven. I don't need to say any much. I know I'm a big fanboy of Kyle Shanahan, but it just goes to show wherever he goes, he touches – right. Wherever he goes, he touches gold. The guy is literally a schematic genius. So I'm okay with whoever he puts out there. But, Rombo, I don't know if anybody's told you about this yet. I know I haven't been calling in the past couple shows. Just been a little busy. That's my bad. I'm gonna try to call in a lot more. TNT representing my boys. Yeah. But Rombo, I don't know if anyone says, but McKinnon has to go. I'm sorry. I'm not even being. It's a business at this point. He's gonna start the season on IR. They're saying that the setback that he had last week Tuesday could have been a season-ending setback to the knee, Rombo. And not only Rombo, it's different for a quarterback and a running back, because a quarterback is he'll sit in the pocket. He can become a Tom Brady. Literally, Drew Garoppolo could become a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning. Just fall down on the floor. They don't have to scramble. If they sense pressure, just take the loss of downs. We don't want to lose you for the whole season. But a running back, Rombo, needs that. And the only player to ever come the only player to ever come back stronger from the ACL is none other than all day Adrian Peterson.
I know, man.
Other than that, I've never seen in the history of the league.
Nobody's ever seen that. So not like that.
And
Good Lord.
And I really love our running backs. Like, I was about McKinnon, Coleman, and Breida. Oh my gosh, we would have literally the best running back tandem in the league. But if McKinnon cannot get over the injury, we cannot have him on the books for 7.5. That's just not going to happen, Rombo. So
this is it.
I don't want to be mean, but Rombo,
it's all business.
Can't play this season. It is. If he can't play this season, Rombo, we paid him one whole year, and now you're telling me that the setback that he had on that practice could have been season-ending. So that means he's been on the books for 2 years and hasn't played a single down, and we paid him already.
That's as bad as Malcolm Smith. And from when Phil came in there earlier and said they're going to have to go back in there and do something with that knee. So we're losing
with that knee. Yeah, they're going to probably have to scope it out because the cartilage or the knees is inflamed or something. That's the only way I could think. It's the same thing with the Todd Gurley situation with arthritis. And I'm guaranteeing you, Rombo, it's probably the same thing with Gurley. Like, the arthritis in the knee problem that he's having. So when it flames up, they're gonna have to, obviously they're gonna go in and scope it, or they're gonna have to let it just heal on its own. Ice it up, do what is it? The thing that AV
The
does, the
PR
little hydrogen, whatever chamber,
PRP?
whatever the chamber he goes in.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do that for the knee or whatever, and hopefully that'll heal it over time. But
You know what,
I'm
though?
telling you,
He'll probably.
I'm not trying to be mean.
No, he'll probably. It's reality, and he'll probably quit anyway if that happens.
Right.
Lewis, time's up on us. Lewis, let me see you tomorrow. And
absolutely, Ronbo. I'll be calling in tomorrow, Ronbo.
Right.
Thank you so much for what you do, Ronbo.
You're
the best in the business. Don't ever
thanks,
get it
man.
twisted. A goat, almost like a Jerry Rice. Shout out to my TNT family. You know what it is. Trey, Trez, Will, Russo, Jerry Fresh, Big Show, all my guys. So thank you, Ronbo.
Thank you, Lewis.
You have a good night, brother.
Always love to hear from you. Looking forward to the next time. All right, Lewis. Have a good night. Oh, man. I can't go for Big Show, man. What a gentleman. You know what I mean? This guy's like, gosh. See, and that's what we're all about. We fess up. And Dre came in and fessed up today. Sean, you may have jumped to conclusions on that. Anyway, AJ. See, AJ, this is always fun when AJ doesn't answer because there's no telling where he is. He doesn't leave it open anymore.
What's popping, man?
I was just talking about you, AJ, and your history. I said, AJ, there's no telling where he is. He turns his phone off now so we can't know what's going on. AJ!
What's up?
Well, AJ, we're talking about the cuts and the practice squad and a little bit of conversations.
Let me get on it then. Let me get on it.
Go ahead, AJ. I know you got some problems with them cuts. Wait, what went wrong?
Like the dude just alluded to it earlier. Go ahead and get rid of the running back McKinnon. I don't know why they kept CJ, but they talking about a conspiracy because Seahawks want to get him. But I mean, if you good and if you real good, like they keep claiming Shanahan is, bro, they ain't got to worry about that. They ain't got to worry about nothing. So that's out the window. Because if that's the case, if you conspiracy on or have a conspiracy about that, and why you ain't got a conspiracy about CAP or a conspiracy about the shadow government? I mean, if that's the case, go ahead and let it all let it all in. Don't coddle it and don't feather it. Go ahead
AJ, all those conspiracy theories are active even as we speak. But listen, you know what? Here's the thing. If CJ went somewhere within the conference, I don't know if indeed can he go to a chalkboard and line up all the X's and O's so another coach can comprehend it, is what I wonder about too. You know, that's not an easy thing to do. Shanahan's offense is something that he alters it all the time too, from year to year, from what I understand. Basic concepts just change here and there. So whatever CJ would be out there teaching, and he probably knows a lot by now, but that can be said about Brian Hoyer, a lot of other guys too. Go ahead.
Can I get an olive branch and reach out to you, my brother Ronbo? Man,
go ahead.
Now, I watched the show tons and tons and tons of times without calling in, but I got a bone to pick, man.
Okay. All right, well,
I got a real bone to pick.
Go ahead.
Now,
as long as it's not political, no political implications, but go ahead.
No, I ain't not. I'm talking about the. Well, it ain't political. It's some messiness that I was tripping off of. But I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Right.
I don't know if it's me.
That's more than 100. Okay. I'm serious.
Yeah, I don't know if it's me, but this is my stance. I'm gonna keep it 10 toes. You got other callers calling in. I mean, some of them get the little extra, maybe, I don't know. But you got I love the Big Show, but I don't love the Big Show. You know why I don't love the Big Show?
No.
Because he ain't pay up. He don't even pay up. That's not political. So if you're gonna give him shots out, let the man be able to come in and be able to be a man if he pays up. Otherwise, he should get no clout, none.
But
AJ, a lot of cats is bandwagoning and trying to get on with the extra prolonging, the call at the end, shots out. That shit sound gay to me at the end of the day.
Listen, AJ,
that's me.
Let me just tell you about Big Show. Actually, Big Show's actually paid for the bet. If I add up all he's contributed to the show, he's probably paid for that jersey more than once. Somebody pointed that out the other day. The Englishman, he said, what Big Show's doing is little by little, he's already paid for that jersey. And I realized, I said, hey, you know what? That's kind of right. So he's not. His bill's been paid. I can go get the jersey myself now.
I get it, and at the end of the day, I ain't no hater. I'm a congratulator. I'm from that. I'm from the game. I mean, I ain't the best at it, but I'm from the game. Put it that way.
Right.
And the bottom line is, on this game we got going on against Tampa Bay, if we don't get it together with all these humming and hemming around with injuries, such as Bosa, such as McKinnon, such as keeping C.J. Beathard, such as keeping these cats that, I don't know, I'm not a coach, I'm not an NFL pro, scout, none of that, but at the end of the day, we got some cats in this division, such as they get picked up, your boy from Texas, Clowney, he in our division now, boom. You got a nigga from Miami, boom, he got picked up from Seahawks. That GM be working. I don't give a damn, I hate the Seahawks, but that dude, he be working. And for some reason, John Lynch, it's cricket, and I'm not feeling it. So I'm like, okay, so they working out there. We got L.A. Rams, Seahawks, and we got Arizona. Don't underestimate the Cardinals. They'll beat your ass in a minute. Don't get it twisted. I mean, it's on a good day, on a given Sunday, they'll beat your ass. Period.
Well,
so our division, ain't no fluff about it. I mean, so I'm looking at that what they doing. I'm looking at what we ain't doing. Now, John Lynch, he on the clock.
AJ,
he on the clock, bro.
AJ, I want to ask you a question though. You don't think that they've improved the 49er roster in the last 2 years?
Nope.
Really?
Nope, honestly. Barely. A smidge. I say a smidge. They got Nick Bosa. They got, the only person I like is Ford. That linebacker situation looking kind of decent. Bosa, I'm not even feeling it. He a hurt pup. And he racist. So I'm gonna keep it 100. So I don't even feel him. He can kiss my ass. Period. If I wasn't seeing him, I'd be like, man, why'd you do him? But that's political. But period, that's me. But at the end of the day, our cornerback ain't work too much. We ain't got Richard Sherman, but he old.
You got 2 Pro Bowlers at the cornerback position. By the way,
he's older, man. You got to take that in consideration, Ronbo.
Well, the thing is, he still plays okay. Now, also, you left out the running back situation has pretty much been addressed.
And you left out the referees. We got to play referees probably again. I mean, you got a lot of situations where you're going to have to play through the referees. Are we built like that? Well, if Tampa Bay comes, or if we go to them, I don't know if we're going at home or away, but if Tampa Bay we get out coached and outplayed by, and get knocked in the mouth, our first game,
right.
I want to know how you going to react. Are you going to be about it?
No, because I'm not expecting all that. AJ, you know what? What we talked about a little while ago kind of pertains to you. You are used to, and I was used to, all of us should be used to, getting beat. We expect to get beat. But AJ, I have to emphatically disagree. That team we have now is way better than it was last year and the year before. Way better.
Why? Because it's fast?
AJ, that's football. You got star personnel at several different key positions. You've got a quarterback that's healthy now. AJ, I can't. We can argue about it more, but we're out of time now because we got a lot of people on the phone. But come back tomorrow.
The O-line. Okay, what about the offensive line? Tell me that.
Well, we got to argue about it tomorrow. We're out of time now, AJ. But offensive line, I'm pretty sure it depends on how Western Richburg is.
Let me get a shout out to myself, such and such, myself, such and such. I want to give a shout out to MC Niner. I want to give a shout out to Sacramento 916. I want to give a shout out to Stockton, my niggas in Oakland, my folks in Fillmore on Third.
AJ.
In Fillmore. I'm just saying, I'm giving you the shout out, man. But this is how I be hearing it though, Ronbo. Keep it 1,000. I be hearing cats be prolonging it and prolonging. I'm like, man, shut up.
I know, but
right,
AJ, at some point they do stop, and that's why I say we got to go. Okay.
Barely.
Well, you did it. You did the same thing. You gave your shout-outs, okay? AJ, I want to see you.
That was all puns intended.
AJ, I know, but I want to see you in a good mood for a change. You used to be in a good mood most of the time. Now you're kind of upset all the time.
No, I'm in a great mood. That's my point. I'm just after I got a bone to pick. I'm in a great mood. This is me.
Okay. But I really got to go, fam. Let me see you tomorrow if you got time. And we'll see.
Shout out to you, man, on your birthdays, man. You're doing that birthday rah-rah, man. I love it. Go ahead. Keep it popping, man.
All right, AJ. Have a good night, fam. All right. Peace out. Okay. Anyway.
Ronbo.
Yo.
Ronbo.
Who's on the phone?
That last caller just got the phone.
Oh.
Don't let it dumb ass call no more.
No, I know. It's we have to. We got an excuse. But Will, let me get to the caller, fam. I'll look for you tomorrow, okay? Oh God. Every now and then we have these moments, don't we? All right, hey, Jamal.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, brother?
Jamal, you feeling all right today? You sound like you're feeling great.
I'm doing great. You know what? It's kind of bittersweet because a shout out to Shirley Hall and Don Hall. My roommate Oscar last Friday. Don't be sad. He went home to be with the Lord. So I was like, well, this is all easy. He died. I said, hey, listen, man. He gave his life to Christ. So, hey, look, hey, man, he got it better than all of us. So he's celebrating. He's in heaven. So I celebrate with that. So other than that, I'm doing great. So, hey, I looked at the 53-man roster, and I said, I like what I see. And I'm just, hey, let's get ready to go down to Tampa, and let's get ready for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, yo.
Yes, sir.
This time next week, it is going to be on. And I got a feeling, Jeremy.
Yeah,
hey, you know what, Jamel? I got a feeling.
I think just yesterday I looked at the roster and I said, I think Mr. Winston gonna be running for his life. come
Guaranteed. Yes, that rush is no joke.
No joke. Yeah, not at all. So.
And Jamel, even without Bosa and Ford, there was no joke. Now you're gonna add those two? Oh, I can't wait to see this.
So come Sunday with him getting in there, D Ford, he'll be ready. And so, like I said, like that movie, Don't Be a Menace. That one agent got that. I feel sorry for your mother. I really do feel sorry for those guys. So yeah, man. So like I said, I don't say much, but I look at the roster and say, hey, it's time to get going. Like Shang Tsung said in Mortal Kombat. What did he say? He said, let it begin or something like that. He said, yeah.
Mortal Kombat. I've been playing for so long. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, man, I know you got callers and everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. But hey, I'll be back and you'll hear me more now. And like I said, celebrate Oscar going on home. I miss him already, but he's suffered a lot. He went through a lot. He was real sick. But hey, man, no more suffering, no more. So.
That's right. And Jamel, anytime you get ready to reach out and need somebody, man, you call right on in here, man. I'll be waiting for you, all right? Because I really feeling your pain. And you just know this. It's like you said earlier, he's in a good place now. And you can think nothing but good thoughts about where he is right now. And he's probably watching you, too. Right. So hats off to you, fam.
Amen. Yep.
See you tomorrow if you got some time, too.
Hey, man, like I said, man, you'll be hearing from me more.
Good.
I'm going to call in tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw, so...
Be looking for you.
Go get them.
All right, Jamal. Got it coming up. All right, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, they do. All right, now.
Good night, Jamal. Oh, man. And Rodney. Come on in, Rodney.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Ronbo.
Rodney.
Ronbo.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. What's up?
I hear you, Ronbo. Go ahead. Say what you got to say, Ronbo. I love what you say.
I always say hello first, and I say what's up going on with you, because we're now talking about the roster we got, the practice squad. We could tap that in case we need something. Shanahan, he left some spare in case, how you have your fuse box, right? Not a fuse box. You got your breaker switches and things like that. You got the stuff out in the garage that you need to fix anything in the house, right? So we got that now.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, so you know what, though? Hey, listen. I tell you this right now. Game 1 against Tampa Bay, D4 will have 2 sacks. Okay?
Hey.
That's That's my prediction.
We got to do that every week from now on. We got to pick out who's going to get how many sacks and how many. Who is it? How many? Yeah. So D Ford's got 2.
Listen, if Bosa plays, he has 1.
Okay. 2, 1. All right.
Okay.
Buckner?
That's going to be 3 sacks right there. Buckner, right. You already know. Buckner. I don't know how many he's going to have.
I got to look at Tampa Bay. I don't know who they have as an offensive line, but they didn't look too good against Cleveland. Cleveland was in that backfield faster than the ball was.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, if Bosa plays that end, it's going to be trouble.
He may not start.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be trouble no matter what.
I know.
To me, I feel like Cleveland, Tampa Bay. I'm thinking about Monday night. Tampa Bay, I don't think Tampa Bay is going to run on it.
Oh, no.
They're going to cover that up.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to cover that up no matter what.
Yeah. If they run, it's just as bad. You know, they got a better chance to pass because we may not get into him every time, but Winston's going to be under a lot of fire. So how many INTs, Rodney? Because here's the thing. INTs are going to come because of that front line rush.
The pressure. Right, exactly. By the pressure. Well, you know, maybe a couple of Babbitt's balls, the linemen coming in and hit the ball. Maybe I see Anderson picking one off. You know what I'm saying?
Rodney,
but
nobody.
All right. Yeah,
I'm just saying because they're not going to throw at Sherman, so that's going to take half the field away. If they do throw at Sherman,
you don't think they'll throw it to Sherman?
No. That's going to be dangerous, especially if that front line is doing its job. You cannot hurry a throw in Sherman's direction. He will eat you alive, and they know it.
I want that.
Especially he's healthy now. Yeah.
I want Sherman to pick his first interception.
He may not get a shot.
Yeah. You know what? You never know, though. You never know. It can happen. It can happen.
I hope, but I don't see him throwing in this direction. They're going to try to work Ward, and they're going to try. I don't know if Spoon is playing or not, but I know Kyle's probably got a plan. The defense is probably going to say we're going to support Spoon.
What do you think? Jimmy Ward's going to play at? The slot?
You know, he might end up playing in the slot though, because I don't know if K'Wan Williams is ready. So
why? You know what I'm saying? Keep him there because that's his position. That's his position right there.
Well, that's one of. He can do both.
His mind. You know what I'm saying? He can read. He can read the quarterback while he's in the slot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Quicker. And the corners is tough. You know what I'm saying? But that's his position right there. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like, you know, who's my thing right now in defense? Solomon Thomas.
Solomon T? I keep forgetting about Solomon T.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm telling you. And then you know who's going to be in offense?
I hope he has a good game.
Right now.
I bet I know.
Let me tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. All the haters and everything. Your boy. Who's your boy?
You talking about Kendrick?
Yes, sir.
I've been linked to Kendrick now. I kind of like it, though.
I'm telling you.
What's he going to do next week? You got him down? Big play?
He's gonna have a touchdown, maybe close to like 80-something yards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 100. You never know. He might break one, but it's gonna be him, Debo, and Goodwin, and then they're gonna do a lot of play. They're gonna do a lot of running, and then switch it off to play action. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's in that receiver slots and everything, it's going to have big yards, I'm telling you. Because you know how Kyle Shanahan playbook is.
Mm-hmm. See, because I really... The 49ers have worked out. You can tell the 49ers have the right personnel now to do a lot of things on defense they could not do in the last couple of years. Look for some crazy stuff to come from that defense, and look for Quan Alexander. That's one sack right there. Rodney, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that's
Quan
one
gets
sack.
one.
And you know what? That's a blitz coming from the outside, from him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a blitz coming from the outside. The quarterback is not gonna see it. Boom.
It'll be too
sack.
late
Maybe a
when he looks
fumble.
up.
Maybe a
Legendary.
fumble.
Boom.
He's gonna hit
Rodney,
him.
we
He's
gotta
gonna
go.
hit him so hard. Yo, hey, Ronbo,
Rodney.
you know, I love what you do, bro. Love
Thanks,
that,
fam.
man. Niners Empire, yo. Everybody, yo. Love all the 49ers, man. That's it, man.
Be looking forward to tomorrow.
Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Rodney. Have a good night. I'm looking for you tomorrow if you get some time. All right?
All right, bet.
Oh, God. And wait. Oh, and let us bring in Russo.
What's up, Ronbo?
Russo, it's a potpourri again of emotions and comments tonight. But Russo, what I can always depend on from you is some more clever perspective that nobody's thought of yet during the course of the night. That thing last night with TJ, I was actually expecting that today. I really was. Because that's the only logical pick. And I'm still looking at the board. I keep an eye on it. He's still out there. Russo?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Are you watching your computer as well? Because I'm saying, man, there's no way this guy stays unpicked up. Because if he was nothing but a cap casualty, that means there's nothing wrong with him other than the fact that people can't pay. He can go in and negotiate his own new salary if he wants as well. Maybe that's what the 49ers don't feel like dealing with right now.
Yeah, so the news, if you remember today, I don't know how closely you followed it, if you followed it by like hourly or minutes or like just you got all the news at once.
Yeah,
but,
it's been over an hour.
Okay, yeah. So Marcel Harris obviously got picked up first, right? And then there was about an hour in between him and the Exum signing, right?
Right.
So when Harris got picked up, it hit me, and I reached out to Will. I talked to Will today, and I was like, all right, remember how I said we're going to once the waivers clear, we're going to put Kentavious Street on the 8-week IR, and then we're going to go after a safety. When we picked up Marcel Harris, I was like, oh my God, I just realized what's happening. They are going to put Street on the 8-week IR, and then they're going to put Marcel Harris on the active roster like I had all along, and then they're just going to pick up another practice squad guy. And then what they do, they brought in Anton Exum, and then they decided that was the guy they wanted to put in. So really what Kyle and John did was just manipulate the system. They knew all along that exactly. They knew Exum and Harris were going to slip through the cracks, and at worst case, one of them would get snagged and the other one would slip through the cracks. And then all this did was give them the flexibility of having Kentavious Street as an option down the stretch. Because if you killed his contract and you just put Exum on the roster, you have no chance at Street for the year. But the way they did it, it just gives them a fallback option if there's a chance at all. It won't hinder his progress. Maybe he can come in and play some snaps down the stretch and just get that under his belt and possibly contribute this year. So that's all they really did was just manipulate the system.
And you could see it clearly at some point. If you couldn't tell immediately, you could tell later that they had that plan the whole time. And, you know, that was that the right order to put? You can't put Exum on the practice squad, though. I mean, he's got too many years in as a pro, right?
Right. Between the two, I would have, if it was up to me, which obviously it definitely isn't, I would have put Harris on the roster and I would have done nothing with Exum, to be honest. That's just me.
And you could have put somebody else on the practice squad. Who could we have used that we just said goodbye to?
You know, I was the only name that really popped in my head was I keep forgetting his name, Jordan Holland, the linebacker coach's son. That's the only guy that kept popping into my head because we already put Flanagan Foles on the practice squad, and in my mind I was just like, you know what, we kind of need a corner. But that just tells me they just like they saw enough and that he was just not gonna work. So, but I personally would rather see Harris on the roster. I think he has more. I just feel like he has more to offer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think the 49ers saw in him that they did not like or they want to further develop? Because last year he was always where the ball was. It is a tackling.
It's the tackling. Yes, it's 100%. It's the technique of the tackling, and it's like when you keep telling your kids that, like, they came home with a speeding ticket. And you're like, well, you need to stop speeding, and they came home next week they have a speeding ticket. You're like, look, you need to stop speeding, and then they come home a month later with another speeding ticket. You're like, all right, go to your room.
We've had enough.
You don't listen.
Yeah. And I'm canceling your insurance, which means you can't drive anymore.
Yeah.
All right, you got that right?
Maybe you'll no TV for a week, and maybe you'll listen.
No, you know how you hurt a kid. Or anyway, 22, 23 and under, you take his phone. And also, you make sure that his service has been canceled. Now you can get him to do anything you want him to do because all Wi-Fis are out, bro. So, I asked you about this how many times?
TJ McDonald is clearly, and it's not even close, he's clearly the best option at strong safety. But, like, after I slept on it and I woke up, I was just like, he's gonna want a starting role. He's not going to sign for a backup role or a competition. Yes. He's going to sign for a sure thing, which is the reason why he signed with the Dolphins in the first place, because it was a sure thing. And he's going to end up resurfacing in a situation like that. And I actually dug a little deeper, and I found out that he's the type of guy it might linger into the season. Like, he's a guy who might sign like week 3 or something like that. Like, I think you're just going to wait for the best situation for him. So, and then once with the Harris news came in, I started to realize what was happening. And then when the Exum news came in, I was like, all right, well, that's for sure. It's just which one.
You're absolutely right. And and also with DeMontre Moore, I mean, he did enough. I mean, the guy advertised what he's worth these days right there on television, live and in living color. And I can't imagine how long is he going to be available too. So he's changed since wherever he was at before.
The more cutting him just means that Both is healthy. We already heard the news. He's expected to practice tomorrow. That's all that means.
Yeah, I know.
He's not needed anymore.
They're doing a lot of scheming, Russo. Yeah, the 49ers are all about manipulation now. I bet you he's probably been fine for a couple of weeks. And now that, like you say, it's perfectly fine. He works out starting tomorrow. Ooh, what a miraculous recovery. Ooh, right the right time. A week before the game? Not Tuesday, not Wednesday. He's ready to play now.
And who was the guy that was in competition essentially with DeMontre Moore? It was Jeremiah Valoaga. And they were able to bring him back in and put him. Exactly. So I think they did well. They got Bosa right. He's going to be ready, and then they got Valoaga on the practice squad. I know it's a guy a lot of people wanted on the team. That's a guy that I was just like, yeah, sure, he's good, but I mean, let's be honest, there's no room. So at least they found some room. They found room, which is cool. So it all makes sense. Like as it plays out, and you see the end result, it just all makes perfect sense. And they're just finding little ways to manipulate the system. And I knew all along that when Kentavious Street made the active roster, he was going on the 8-week IR. Because if they were going to, like, clearly he was, what are you going to do? You're going to make him inactive for 8 weeks? That makes no sense. So obviously, if they wanted to IR him, they would have done it from the beginning.
Absolutely.
Just like they did with McKinnon. So.
All right. Good stuff, Russo. We're going to go and can't wait to hear from you. See what you come up with tomorrow. All right. And fam, be sure to hit Russo up. You'll see his name, Russo SF49er. Man's got all kinds. You listen to him now. This is a brilliant dude. Click his name. Get on over to his page. Check him out. All right, Russo.
Appreciate it, bro. All right, bro.
Fam.
Have a good night.
Thanks. Wait a minute. There's Richard Ray Archuleta, who I love to bother every chance I get. I don't catch all his posts, but when I do, I always get to throw something at him. Richard Ray does not believe in Jimmy G. I says, that's okay. You soon will. ... Richard Ray! Thank you for the contribution. I think, Richard Ray, I know you do that because you know I'm going to respond when you go through the chat over my Instagram. I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm having a dream. It's a great dream. All of a sudden, this little photo of Richard Ray Archuleta over in the corner of the dream. Ronbo, the team is only going to win 5 games this year. Stop it. Oh, God! It's Richard Ray Archuleta in my dreams! Go! Hey, it's a... we just did that. Oh, Demetrius. Demetrius. Boy, Demetrius probably passed out. It's like, what time is it in the East Coast, man? Captain. Change Demetrius' name to Captain Midnight, come on, answer this phone. Captain Midnight. Demetrius! Hi, D. D. Uh-oh.
That man.
Demetrius he's having dreams about Richard Ray Archuleta. Hey, JT, what's up?
Finally, Mr. 49er representative.
JT, you forgot to say the whole thing. When you come in doing the trade, first off, you start, finally. And I do mean finally.
Hey, I was just dicking around, fucking around with it.
Careful language. You know, JT, so at some point in your life, you will have children, and you will want them to watch their mouth. You know, let me just tell you a quick story. My dad had a foul mouth, and he used to say bad words about my little brother Reggie all the time. And you know what finally happened? As we were in the supermarket, I was about 6 years old, I think, or so. As we're in the supermarket, we're at the checkout, and there's Dad holding Reggie, and Reggie broke out, dropping the F-bomb and trying to work his fingers into a middle finger and everything else. And there's my dad, who's a darker complexion than I am. He was blood red when we walked out of that store. And you know, I've always been an idiot. I'm laughing my butt off. I told my mom, even though my dad begged me not to tell. And my mom's been telling my dad forever, listen, you and that foul mouth, your son gonna be just like you. And pretty soon, your son was just like you.
I'll just share a little quick glimpse of my little young life. When I was coming up as a kid, you know, it was in the early '80s, and boy, when I was coming up, I got my share of some whoopings. Oh yeah, I got a lot of tail whoopings coming up. You know, my dad was black, my mom was Mexican, and when I was coming up, yeah, they let me have it.
See. Yeah, we're talking both sides of the family do not take insolence. If there's a such thing as discipline in America, boy, Latino families, black families, oh yeah, your dad will jump up. A black dad and Latino dads too. If you get to like 14 or 15, think you're bad, dads would like jump up. Nah, come on, man, come on. You bad now.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, come on, man. I'm just playing.
My dad was he was a very stern man. Boy, let me tell you, Ronbo, he was very stern. Well, enough about,
let's get to football.
Get to football over here. Like I was telling you the other day, Ronbo, we got Kaboom still on the roster. We got Kendrick Bourne. I wasn't worried about. I knew it. They wasn't gonna let him go.
I tell you, I have to admit the truth. I was a little worried. I was a little concerned. I thought the coaching staff might have been taking them drops as serious as the fans. Because JT Kendrick has done way more positive than he has negative. For every drop, he's got about 5 or 6 receptions. But people don't see that. They just say, he dropped the ball, cut him. Oh, we got other receivers drop the ball. We don't have to cut him.
I give it another year, maybe 3 years at the most. But I see within the next year or two, we're going to really see Kendrick Bourne at his highest peak, at his highest ceiling. We're going to see the best of Kendrick Bourne because every year he just keeps getting better. Better and better every year.
And this could be the year that he gets the best of the best. He started off a little, I'm not sure what the drops were about, but I'm sure Kyle had a long talk with him. I really don't see him continuing to have those kind of misses. Because he's one of the best route runners we got on the team. Kyle knows that. Yeah. And that's why it keeps him in the fold. So, yeah.
And there's another thing too. It just sored me. It just hurt my heart. They cut DeMontre Moore.
It bothers everybody.
Out of everybody, it should have been him that made the roster. That one hurt the most. That one really hurt.
Because you look at him and you say, what does he have to do to make this team? But That's like I said, JT, this team's got too many dogs. When guys like DeMontre Moore can't break the lineup, if you go 53, whose job can he take? Now, we got too many guys in the interior, and I was hoping DeMontre would get the same position, will get Contavious Street if he's going to go in the IR. No. He's not going to take Bosa's job. He's definitely not going to take D Ford's job. But we need another backup to play in case those guys go down.
Exactly. But you know what? It's all right. We got Valoaga on the practice squad.
I know.
Hopefully he stays on there.
There you go. You can bring him right up. And that dude, I got trusted him too.
Yeah, hopefully, anybody in our division don't pick him up like they always do. I don't expect it. I don't expect him to stay on there. But if he's on there, that's just a blessing in disguise right there, because he balled out. But as far as the regular season goes, Ronbo, I'm so ready because of the fact that we're gonna see Jimmy G against everybody in our division, and I'm talking about seeing the whole game, to see him go up against Russell Wilson, to see him go up against.
He'll be fired up. Jimmy gets fired up for those kind of matches. I can't wait.
I'm so fired up of the thought to see Jimmy G and the 49ers defense and the offense just stampede through these teams in the NFC West. Because I just want to put a statement out there. I just want them to put a statement out there and shut all these guys up, like the Stephen A. Smiths in the world, the Mike Florios in the world, all them guys who shut their damn mouths, because I'm tired of hearing it. Excuse my language if I'm cussing. I know there's probably kids on here again, but I'm just so sick of it, Ronbo. All that needs to come to a complete halt.
It's time. Forget a little respect.
Yeah, because it's time.
And like Emilio mentioned earlier, if we beat Tampa Bay and also the Bengals, all they'll say is, well, that's what they're supposed to do. If they didn't do it, we'd have something else to say. Oh.
Yeah, then they'll have something else to talk about.
Yeah.
But I don't see us losing to those little mid-grade teams. Those teams right there are nobodies, because they ain't got no foundation right there built like what we do.
And they do not have the personnel to stop this team. So that's why the 49ers better win those games. They got no business losing those games.
And like you said yesterday when I brought up the Jason Verrett thing, the pass rush is going to help itself out. Hopefully it does, and if it don't and he's still flopping, then we're going to throw in Jason Verrett in there. I'm not worried about it anymore. I think I'm already confident that we're going to come in, we're going to whoop some tail from I don't even see us losing until we probably even play the Saints. I don't really see us losing to nobody.
I can't wait to see the Saints next week. Watch out for a team that's been disappointed 2 years back to back. Do they still have the mentality to pull themselves up and go for it again? I want to see what they look like. Are they mentally ready? Same with the Vikings, who got and with Kirk. Anyway, we got to stop, JT. I forgot we're going too far over the limit.
I'm telling you, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. This is everybody else. And then I'm going to have a lot more smack to talk about when we're coming through whooping everybody's you-know-what.
Yes, indeed. All right. JT, you have a good night, fam. We'll look for you tomorrow.
All right, Niner Empire.
Oh, man. Hey, Deshaun. Deshaun, are you flying an airplane? So, can you imagine? Deshaun is so cool. He's flying an airplane with the window down. That's when you know a dude has reached the next level. Deshaun! He might have got sucked out of the plane. Deshaun. All right, let's go to the next one. Is that Joey? I keep wondering. Last time I tried to bring Joey, he wouldn't come in. Let me try it again. Give me my guitar. Boom, 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 Joe. Boom, boom, Joe. Joey Mahoney, yeah, dum de doo wah, ooh, yeah. Joey Mahoney, are you here right now? Joey!
What's going on, Ronbo?
It is Joey. I was looking for you last time, man. Joey,
I fell asleep. I ain't gonna lie. I fell asleep.
Hard-working man these days, are you? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's understandable. I mean, it's not like it's 2 p.m. So, but Joey, what brings you to the program today? I mean, Joey, you must have something on your mind, or because Ronbo, it's football season, man. Ronbo, you're a little bit strange, man. You go 365 days a year. All of us cannot commit all our life to football. We have lives. I get told that, but you guys will not believe how much I hear that. Not from us, because people outside the football circle, they don't understand this, Joey. They don't get it. I think I'm out of my mind. I am, but still. But Joey, what are you thinking?
Man, I wanted us to keep warm, man, and we let him go.
Wait, who?
The Muncher.
I know, man. That's bothering a lot of people.
Yeah, I was really upset when we let him go. I thought he was a nice backer.
Yeah, Well, I was going to put him in rotation. I mean, DeMontre Moore can stops the run fairly well too. One of the scary things about, I hate to admit it, Ford is not good.
How come they didn't put him on the practice squad?
Oh, he's not eligible for the practice squad. He's been around for a while. He's just, he's not a rookie.
How do you? What's the eligibility for?
I don't think
what's the eligibility for a practice squad?
Your 3-year pro status, I don't think you can go into the practice squad.
So if you're less than 3 years, you can, and if you're more than 3 years, you can.
3 years and less. I don't quote me on that. I think that's the boundary.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and this would have been CJ's last year to go on the practice squad. I think they don't have a quarterback, but I mean, CJ will assume those duties, I guess. Scout, because we always need a scout team quarterback, right? So CJ will do a good job on that. And it's my guess, because they got to give Nick his share of the snaps in practice, keep him sharp.
3 safeties, though? That's not a lot.
3 what? 3. Oh, 3. No, we got 4.
3 safeties.
No, we got 4 now. We got Exum came back.
Oh, we got Exum back.
We got Exum back. So we got 3, then 4. But that's not actually. Man, Marcel Harris is on the practice squad though. So in case something goes wrong, he's available. So we actually have 5.
If someone don't pick him up.
Yeah, well, see, that's always a thing. You know what, though, Joey? I don't know if we should be so scared of that, because if you pick up anybody off somebody else's practice squad, you got to put them on the 53. Now, our team's willing to make space for some of the guys we have on the practice squad. There's maybe a couple, but unless a player goes down, that's what you got to worry about. Injuries to other teams, and they say, hey, 49ers got a guy we can use, and then they go and they get one of our guys. See, that could be a problem.
Yeah, because there were some nice names out there that people let go.
They're still out there.
The other teams. Yeah, I wouldn't mind maybe bringing in a couple of those guys. That'd be nice.
Lynch will.
I know. So, I was talking to a couple people and they said, "Oh, he kind of sucked last year." But one name that kind of stood out for me was Matt Khalil. He was first-round tackle. I was in the top 10.
Matt Khalil's available right now. Is he? He's available.
Yeah, he got released.
Wow.
He got released. Yeah.
Why? Cap casualty. There's a lot of cap casualties running around too, just like TJ and McDonald. See, I bet you he shows up in camp within the next 2 weeks. 49ers take a look at him. They'll give him a conversation. He'll say, "Well, I'll let my agent talk to you because I'm not playing for no peanuts this year. I understand, man. I'm a grown ass man. I get to see him now." And 49ers say, "Well, okay, send him in. We'll give him a talk." And then after that, 49ers don't send him in.
Hey, would you take a flyer on Demaryius Thomas, or no?
No. No, you know why? Because I want to see Jalen Hurd, and I want Debo. I don't want them to miss any time getting themselves in NFL shape. I want Dante Pettis to stop horsing around and do what he can do. Marquise will be fine.
I think Pettis will be fine. He showed promise last year. A lot of people were saying that He wasn't that good preseason, whatever. But once the games start rolling around and they're out there for the whole game, it'll be fine.
Yeah. And remember, Jimmy makes players even better. So I don't think Dante's going to struggle. Kyle's going to have those guys running wide open anyway. All he's got to do is catch the ball for the most part. Because what we've seen in that vanilla football was nothing like what we're about to see. So I got faith in the guys we have. And I like Jalen Hurd. Man, that dude, him and Debo are just, whoa, look at this. We got to sell some blue-chip receivers.
How come we have 4 tight ends on our roster? I don't get it.
Yeah, I know everybody's asking that question. We may have to wait for the answer on that, Joey.
Dwelly?
I don't know.
Dwelly over Wilson? That don't make sense. Like, I would have kept Jeffery Wilson, personally. I thought he did real good. You know?
Another position, though. You got plenty of running backs. You know what's going to happen, though, Joey? You know how that one guy is always a guy that they cut, bring him back, bring him back? Toilolo.
Remember we had that one guy? Remember we had that one running back a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They cut him every other week.
We had one running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had some. I forget his name, but we had. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably Toilolo, the guy that can at least do without game for game, because you can't put Caden Smith. A team will pick him up. You certainly aren't going to put George Kittle on it. Dwelly
would be the guy I would.
You think?
Dwelly I'd put out there. I mean, yeah, Dwelly, because what has he done? He's not done nothing.
He had a pretty solid preseason. You wait till the first 2 weeks to see if he still looks solid. If he still looks as good as he did during preseason.
Solid preseason. Jimmy Garoppolo would have had another touchdown if it wasn't for him. He had a drop pass right there at the 5-yard line.
The ball's a little behind.
That ended one of our drives. Killer would have caught that.
I understand he blocks well, and normally he catches the ball. I don't know what happens to these guys during certain situations, but he's supposedly a good blocking tight end.
I don't know.
And as well as a pretty good catch.
Me personally, I would have had Wilson over Dwelly. Just my opinion.
You got. I mean, where are you going to put him though? You're gonna. Brady's going to start.
Use him for depth. Use him for depth. Well, okay. Is Brady always healthy?
No.
He got hurt?
He's available though. You got him on the you got him on the practice squad.
Right,
so for now, you put him there, and you put one of these other running backs that's hurt, and they always do, Joey. You bring him in.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I would have kept him on the roster, but because you see people could pick him up when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Now he's on the roster. Anyone could come in at any time and swoop him up. What I'm saying is Breda is. I'm not saying he's injury prone, but he did have a few injuries last year.
He gets hurt. But he keeps going. Brady's amazing to me.
Yeah, he does.
Guy gets hurt and keeps trying to go. But
I'm just saying Wilson would have been nice to have on the roster instead of Dwelly.
I was impressed too. I agree. The guy's good. I like him a lot. I don't want to see him leave. I'm glad they got him on the practice squad at least. I was kind of worried about that because I was thinking, what does the guy have to do to make this team? I don't know what else. Wilson couldn't have done anything better. And DeMontre Moore was one of our best players. Valoaga led the team in sacks.
I don't get it. I don't get why Moore is on the team.
Yeah, just look at the guys that are ahead of him, and then that'll help you. But we still need an extra body.
But come on, like Sheldon Day, come on, you rather have him than a guy who could set the edge. Like we have plenty of defensive tackles. Like you could have let him go.
Yeah.
Blair barely plays. Like you could have had him. Like you never know what Moore could have done as a backup. Especially with all the injuries that we've had over the years.
It comes down to, and like we were saying earlier, it comes down to the guys that have been with the team the longest. They're not going to cut guys that have been around for a long time unless somebody comes in and really just blows them away. I guess that's the thinking.
Let me ask you a quick question before I get out of here.
Real quick, Joey. Go ahead.
What's your thoughts on Clowney going to the Seahawks? You think that's going to be a problem for us?
I'm a little concerned, but not real worried. Let's see. He's only got a 1-year deal too, so we'll see. Anyway,
he's more of a run stopper anyway than a
I know, right? Rusher. Yeah. All right, Joey. Good to hear from you too. Let me come on back tomorrow, man. I'll be back. All right.
I won't be able to because only weekends now, man. Because I work 6 days a week. So,
oh man,
and I work swing shifts. So, when you come on, I'm just starting. So there's no chance.
Right.
Unless I can hit you up on Twitter. If I go on break or something, maybe I can hit you up on Twitter.
All right. Good. Let's stay
See
in
if you can
let's keep in
see
communication.
if you can squeeze me in or
Yeah,
something.
for sure.
All right.
All
You have a
right,
good
Joey.
night, bro.
You
Thank
too. Night, Joey.
Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, my pleasure. It's Joey, man, hardworking Joey. And we go from hardworking Joey to the superhero known as Nighthawk. Last night, if you remember, we left our hero in hot pursuit. Nighthawk?
Oh,
Nighthawk sitting there listening to me talking about him. And Nighthawk probably thought it was probably the television program. And Nighthawk's probably sitting there saying, hey, that superhero's got the same name as me. Nighthawk! Yes!
what's going on, man, bro?
Nighthawk, man, we're sitting here talking about we cashed in. The roster's looking good, except for maybe a couple of players we wish we had. We don't. The practice squad has got some good stuff on it. If we need it, we can go get it. It's coming together. All we got to do, fly on into Tampa Bay. And the way people are talking, that Dorian is like really doing some mess. If Dorian shows up in that area on Thursday, Tampa may have to fly into San Francisco for us to do that game in the middle of the week because they can't fly if that storm starts hanging around on Thursday because they won't be able to get through that storm. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up there. Yeah, it's coming. But I'm hoping that everybody's okay when it hits.
Yeah, I've not heard any reports. I've not looked at the reports like to see if anybody's. I think there's been some painful casualties. But Nighthawk, you're okay, right? In Virginia, y'all ain't dealing with Dorian, so good.
Yeah, I'm in Virginia, so Virginia's not like full like Miami is.
Yeah, you guys aren't that yet in that bright zone. Hey, but Nighthawk, did any players get cut that you won't get back? We got some on the practice squad. Were you keeping up with that?
Yeah, I've been keeping, but the one I didn't like when they had season ago.
That we got rid of?
No, I mean I'm talking about like the ones that keep. The one I forgot. I can't get that guy name. The one of the receiver I like.
Receivers? Okay, receivers.
Yeah.
Okay, and you say they got rid of. You got the
one of them.
One of the receivers they got rid of.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't get
Jordan.
It was,
no, Jordan Matthews is this year though.
No. It was what's his name?
I'm trying. Some receivers Okay, Trent Taylor's still on the team. Jordan Matthews got cut. Trent we had last year. Kendrick Bourne's still on the team. Garcon?
Not Garcon, no, not him. It was this year. They just cut him this year.
So, chat, give me some help on this. I thought I named all our receivers from last year. Dante Pettis is still with us. Marquise Goodwin is still with us.
Andrew. What's his name? I can't. I seen the who they cut. It was received. I can't. It was Johnson. I don't know. Andrew something. I don't. It was one receiver I liked, but they cut. He was.
We only receiver. Because Kyle kept most of his receivers from last year, except for Garcon, who's got kind of retired. Not retired, but nobody picked him up yet. Only guy I can think of that's new to the unit is Jordan Matthews. I don't know, Nighthawk. You got me there.
I think it was Jordan Matthews.
Nobody else sees.
I think it was Jordan.
Maybe Jordan Matthews. Yeah, he wasn't with us last year though. He's been with us since the beginning of this year, right?
Yeah.
The one Trez likes. Oh, who could this be? Oh, I know. He came over from the Falcons.
Yeah. He came from the Falcons. Yeah.
Somebody help me out with that. I forgot his name too. What is the guy that came over from the Falcons last year that was a veteran? That he was actually Julio Julio Jones' replacement when Julio went down. No, it's not Anquan Boldin. You know, it's a good trivia question. Name the receiver last year that was in the cut last year. Victor. No. This is going to be. Sorry, Rousseau, where you at, man? I know you know. Who is that receiver?
It was somebody that cut this now. I mean, it was.
Oh, just now?
It was now. They cut somebody that was now because they said that because they kept CJ, but I wanted CJ to go, but it was like they had two receivers that let go. In the cut.
I was thinking of, thank you, DeAndre. I was thinking of Aldrick Robinson. Okay. You're saying they cut.
They cut two receivers. Because they had to make a 53 roster, so they cut like the other. They cut 12 already, but then they cut more. But it was one of the receivers that cut, and it happened like this over the weekend.
You know, Nighthawk, I'm gonna have to go check some things. I'm gonna go look at all the cuts again. I don't. Okay, we got the list up. I got the list right here. All right, let me look at my wide receivers here. Okay, it's not Malik Henry. Can't be him. It certainly can't be Chris Thompson. And Jordan Matthews, I already talked about him. So now, are you sure it's a wide receiver you're talking about?
Yeah. But it'll come to me. It'll come up to me. I can't remember what.
And when it does, please let me know. I'm dying to know who this could be. Because they got the same receivers as last year, and they've added a couple.
I got to look at the list again. Then I can tell you.
All right.
Yeah, but like I said, like I was saying, but the ones they kept, like CJ, I don't know why they kept CJ.
No, see, you're talking quarterback now. Well, you mean as far as roster spots, yeah. Yeah. You know what? We talked about CJ tonight. You know what? It was brought up by Shabazz. He says, you know, you got to be careful letting CJ go to the wrong team. He can't go to a team within our division. This would be disastrous, possibly. You know, Nighthawk, he knows Kyle Shanahan's playbook. And probably well. You know who would be worse to let go? Because Nick Mullins knows Kyle Shanahan's playbook as well as Kyle. Kyle even said so. These guys, you got to keep them for safety purposes. They know too much. If it's like if you join a secret agent, some kind of secret agency, or if you're a member of the what's a U.S. agency? You know, you if you know too much information, you become a liability. So
they could trade him to AFC team.
Yeah. That's probably all they would talk to, actually. So.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to be in our division. He can go to the AFC side.
Yeah, you know, there's so many possibilities. Nanak, we're going to go. Hey, Nanak, tell you what, I'm going to see you tomorrow if you get a chance, huh?
Okay. Give me a shout out.
Yes. Oh, but one thing, somebody brought this up. Ask Nightoff, is Wilton Spate the guy you're talking about? No, you would have known right away. All right, good try, Russo. I don't know. He's gonna give us an answer later, maybe. All right, Nightoff, are you ready?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hit that like.
Thanks,
Hit
Nightoff.
that like.
All right. Have a good night, Nightoff. Yeah, I was noticing that 49ers follow Melvin Gordon on Instagram. And can you imagine, at this point, if you want to add another player, it really should be a safety. I don't know that. Where are you going to put Melvin Gordon? I mean, he's a good running back, but is he so much better than Matt Breida? Is he so much better than Tevin Coleman? I think sometimes you look at another running back on another team, doesn't necessarily equate to being better than what you got. I really think Matty B is going to be right up there with the best of running backs, provided he doesn't get hurt. Gordon gets hurt too. So if Matty B stays healthy, I see him being a top 10 running back. I really do. Maybe top 5. Depends on how many carries he gets. And I do think he's actually a better ball carrier than Tevin Coleman, especially in Kyle's system. So we'll see. But adding another running back, I don't see any reason for that. He's Melvin Gordon. He's done well with the Chargers and everything. But how much money does he want? Do you really want to pay him that much? They were going to play Le'Veon Bell, but Le'Veon Bell is definitely elite. But I don't know if Gordon's so much better than Matty B. So that's why I wouldn't touch that. Anyway, hey, fam. Hey, don't forget to hit like, fam. You know I love likes. Oh. Benny Yam. Hallamariam. Thanks, fam. Was that all right? I thought we did that earlier. Is his name? It's not the same one? All right. Eddie Lowe. Oh, right. I'm reading it the wrong thing. Here we go. You got me 99. Hey. Wait, was that David up there? Oh, yeah, Benny Ham. Hey, my pleasure, Benny Ham. No problem. Any opportunity I get to act silly, I'm a silly guy. Don't tell anybody. David Murphy says, appreciate that. You're all your best. You loved it. All right. Then you see, this is the kind of thing that encourages me. Now I'm out of control. And Eddie Lopez said, hey, what up, fam? I'm happy with our squad. What are your thoughts on Clowney going to the Seahawks? He could make a difference because they really need an edge presence. I don't know how they play guys like Clowney, but you couldn't pay Frank Clark, though. I just don't understand this. They're giving him a 1-year contract, from what I understand, so they're not going to tag him. And he can leave next year or not. It's kind of strange, though, to me. Really, what the Hawks are doing. Don't get it. Sack Francisco. Also, he says, let's not kid ourselves. The league won't lay down for us to take it. It's gonna take hard work. Yeah. And Sack Francisco, by that, I agree. No team is just going to sit back and let the 49ers beat them up. But the 49ers have really, the way they look now, they have no business. But just overwhelming teams is what I'm looking at them doing. I don't see a quarterback escaping unscathed and having plenty of time to throw to his receivers with this defensive line. I see lots of violence in that front line defense. I see quarterbacks being in a huge hurry on every snap. Now, that's going to make an incredible amount of difference. What we've seen in the years past was the quarterback sitting back there. Hut. Take your time, guys. Go ahead, get open. You ready? All right, here it comes. That's over. That's been the case for the last 3 years. It's running. Quarterback sitting back there with all the time in the world. There was no way for us to beat that team with that kind of front line defense. None. That's why the Hawks spend all their money on their defensive line. You can actually escape with a poor offensive line. Well, it better not be too poor, but you can get away with that. But if your defense sucks and that quarterback, any NFL quarterback's got plenty of time to throw, he will kill you. I don't care who you put back in the secondary. You're dead meat. And that's what we went down through the last 2. We've proven it. Now, okay. They finally built the defensive line that if a quarterback thinks he's going to sit back there, have a sandwich, smoke a J, call his girlfriend, and maybe invite friends over into the backfield and have a few things to talk about, it ain't going to happen. Secondary is going to get that much better. A lot of people haven't made that connection yet, but you will. You'll see the big difference next year, or this week. When a quarterback hasn't got a lot of time to throw dimes, he ain't going to throw them. Now, what they're going to do, and I can tell you this right now, and mark my words next Sunday when we talk, what's going to happen now is they're going to try to cut the middle up. There's no point trying to go downfield. Your receiver's not going to get a lot of time to develop those routes. You're going to go short, and you're going to go quick. They're going to run a lot of smoke screens, a lot of bubble screens, and things like that. That's where the 49ers got to get ready for defense, and they know that's coming. Now let's see how they react to it, and we're going to see how good the coaching staff is. Promise you. So when people think that Richard Sherman's gotten too old and Kelly Witherspoon sucks and all that stuff, listen, those guys have got the easiest job on the field come next week. The offense, you're not seeing anything from Kyle Shanahan yet. Oh, I don't see any defense stopping Kyle Shanahan now. He's got every element that he's ever wanted. He built that team, the offense. Took 3 years to do it. He's got what he wants, and he's going to do what he will. So, for that matter, I'm trying to tell you, Tampa Bay's got no business beating the 49ers. Bruce Arians, if he thinks he's going downfield, although I noticed Bruce Arians is starting to sharpen his game down. I noticed in every preseason game, I was wondering about that, he was going short. Jameis tried to go downfield a few times, but he's going short. Go back and look at the Cleveland game. You'll understand what I mean. They did not go downfield. Why? Because Jameis was all day long, Jameis was like, so there it is. Hey, Okie Downer checking in late. What's up, fam? Diners, what up? Anyway, fam. Was that over here? Okay. Antonio Kidd? Oh, yeah. Antonio, he said, hey, we're going to be a problem for the NFL. Go Niners. Go Ronbo. Go Niner Empire. Antonio from Richmond, VA. What's up, Antonio? Chad Garrison says, a week away, fam. Let's go. Been watching since after the Super Bowl, watching every damn show. No lie. Thanks, Chad. And I've seen you, too, all the time. Chad, thanks, fam. Mr. Block Eyes 22. He says, Kittle is going to open things up for our passing game. He's going to be one of the people involved. I got a feeling he plays a different role this year, though. More of a decoy sometimes, too. The D will focus so much on him, right? See? Decoy. Eagles open things up for our wide receivers. Debo will go off. Breda and the running backs will tear defenses up. Because remember now, fam, everything's coming out of play action. All the time. Teams are not going to do the difference when the 49ers are going to run and when they're going to pass. Now they have the personnel to run that illusion the whole game. Can't wait to see that. Jerry Fresh. Check out Russo75. Yeah, check out Jerry Fresh. First of all, he's telling you also check out Russo SF49 videos as well. Jerry Fresh. That's P-H-R-E-S-H. Jerry Fresh. And both you guys, man, we're doing games this year, too. I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes about that. Yeah. So you know what I'm going to do, fam? I'm going to go ahead and get on and get ready for Monday night. Fam! I like it. I can't wait to see it tomorrow. Working on my AB chest. Don't make me act silly.